Alrighty. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, I think we're just gonna get started pretty quickly. There's not really too much crazy stuff going on. We got Qingxiao testing today. When it comes to the story, I don't know if I'm going to be playing the story today. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be playing the story today because I feel like there's a lot of more potentially interesting things for us to get to right now. And I heard the story's a little bit longer too. So, yeah. The story, I heard some people say it was like a little bit boring, but we'll see. You definitely can. It's 5 hours. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty long then. Yeah, if it's 5 hours fucking long, yeah, maybe we'll wait until tomorrow to play it then. Yeah, maybe we'll wait until tomorrow to play it then. Not like anything in the patch is like... Yeah, we're gonna be making a video on this. Don't worry about that one. Yeah, we're gonna be making a video about this bad boy. Don't worry about that one, because I will find stuff to do in the update until then. But it looks like y'all don't really got too much to work on over here. But yeah. All right. Yeah, this is a bit of an interesting situation. Anyways, something else that is in the story as well is going to be this. We've actually got the full goddamn kit for Jingran, like everything. So, yeah, that's something that we can take a look at over here as well. The whole thing's here. And yeah, we got it like set up in a nice little like Google Slides too. And yeah, we got the whole thing because you were able to use them in the story. So, yep. That'll be something that we get lined up. But of course, before we begin, yeah, I think we might as well just get right on into it. With the Qingxiao situation, right? Because the Qingxiao situation is going to be the I think the main line item for the day. And I've adjusted her build, don't worry. So basically, this is Qingxiao on a 4-4-1-1-1 build. And the idea behind a 4-4-1-1-1 build, right, is that you are not going to be missing any of your crits. And so there's a bit of an issue with that build because it's actually pretty easy to overcap on crit rate. And so you do have like wasted stats, right? So we will be like testing out a couple of things, doing a little bit of that. But before we do that, I think I actually want to full clear the TOA first. Yeah, I think I want to full clear it first because I realized I didn't actually unlock these levels yet. So let's just see how Qingxiao does over here. Yeah, let's try out let's try out, I guess, her best in slot team, give it a bit of a whirl, and go from there. So my 4-3-3-1-1 is cooked. I don't think so. Like I think 4-3-3-1-1 actually does more damage. From what I can see. I think she actually does more damage. So let's get a little bit of this out of the way. All right, here we go. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't even realize she transforms like that. Not in the way that I wanted. And there you go. Boom. Wait, why did that only hit for 200k? Wait, why did that only hit for like 200k? There's no way I missed the crit. Yeah, no, I was hitting 400k like earlier, so I don't know what happened here. Yeah, there's no way I can miss a crit here. All right, what is it? There we go. Yeah, okay. That was weird. I don't know how that first one only hit 200. What the fuck was that? Yeah, no, that one hit 450. That would look normal. It wasn't the mind lock. I don't know what it was, to be honest. Okay, well, yeah, yeah, he got cooked there. So that's just what that looks like. Yes, I know you need 15 mind lock for max damage. I'm saying that, like, that shouldn't really be the difference between, like, hitting, like, fucking, like, 200 and 400k on a 3-cost mob.
All targets in sight. Access confirmed. Attack control authorizing maximum output.
All right. This is floor 3. Looking pretty good so far.
Forgive me. Devour. Radiant no more.
Purged by my hand. Cleave the fog. Sunlight. Quick energy. Shattering dreams. Rising steel.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying.
Chords. Cleanse the filth.
Assuming massive.
Ah!
All units fired.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. I had no idea she could just miss her ult like that.
Hear my query.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that was gonna auto target on something there. That was interesting for sure. I think most of us can agree that was really interesting. Yeah, I think most of us can agree. Yeah, that was
Take a bite.
how did that guy end up there in that corner? That's why you lock the camera on. So it doesn't take a genius to recognize that the reason why that attack missed was because the enemy was, like, in the corner of Africa.
How many strikes can you survive? All my will. One strike.
Assuming massive control.
Okay, I guess I needed to attack that guy first to transfer the mind lock stacks. Or did they transfer? I don't know, before the ult hit. I saw that the guy had 13 on him, but I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Please.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Pity me. Change of mode. Cleave the fog. Begin. Focus the moon. Pure lights. Shake the sky. Swords. Purge the realm.
All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, it is hitting around 700k over here at the end of the fight, for sure. Yeah, it is getting around there on a 44111. So I guess that's what we're gonna have to, like, eventually, I guess, end up seeing.
Take a bite.
Purged by my hand. Pierce the sky.
Yeah, anyways, that guy's dead. So I guess now we got floor 4. This is, I guess, going to be the best one to test it out on because we don't need to have any of those annoying ass little enemies. Let's see this. Let's see this. How quickly can we get some of those mind lock stacks, brother?
Command mode engaged. Leave it to me. Order executed.
Bro, this guy is moving in fucking slow motion. Already got that Toon Strain stack on him. Easy. All right, so we have like 5 mind lock stacks on him.
Quick energy. Splitting the lights. Shattering tunes. Rising steel. Chords. Cleanse the filth. Transform at will.
Assuming master control.
Oh yeah, he almost died in one rotation. That was some big damage right there.
Execute authorizing maximum output.
That was some big damage right there. Can't get flashbanged if he dies in one rotation. You feel me?
Enough! Please don't.
Forgive me.
Kiss my feet, ashes to ashes!
How is her outro not ready?
Change of mode. One missing.
Oh, she must have missed an attack on the last guy when she killed him.
Shake the skies.
All right, how many stacks are on him right now? All right, he's got the 15.
Order X. Guys, hear my query. Is it my turn? Please don't.
Look at me.
Devour.
End. Cloudburst.
Oh, got that break right in time.
Breach. Focus the mind. How many strikes can you survive?
And I think that should get him.
Cleanse the filth.
Yeah, that was a 9-10. We got up to 9-10 on him? How did we get up to almost 1 million at S0R1? That must be some crazy buffs going on over here. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, you gain a 50% damage dealt bonus. Okay, that's fire. I guess that makes sense, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the floor buffs, right? That's the floor buffs, so I hope the character does exceedingly powerfully here with those. She's also not on Sierra Gale. I literally showed you guys that she was on a 44111 set, and you can't fuck it, like literally, I showed you that she was on her set.
A blade.
Like, why the fuck would I do a 44111 on Gion's build? Holy shit, like, this is what we started off the fucking day with, so, like, okay, alright. We're on her set. We've been on her set the whole time. I have a 44111 build right here. That's how it's been. That's how it's been. So that was the point of that, just to see like the overall consistency there. All right. So now that we've done everything, now that we've done that initial testing, let's get some of this stuff going. Let's get some of this stuff going. Some people just joined. This is also the other thing. You can literally see that the echo skill was the new one at the bottom right. So there's no excuses. Like you saw that she was using the new fucking echo skill as well. So like,
Transform at will.
are we what are we doing here? All right, let's get this going. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as you can probably imagine, there's been a new character released in this game. And that new character just so happens to be good old Qingxiao. And I've had the pleasure of fully building this character across a variety of different setups on her new Sonata set for the testing that we're going to be doing today. Because this unit is releasing as one of the most unique, I think, stat blends when it comes to a character. And she's actually one of the units in the game that has multiple usable builds depending on what you're looking to accomplish as a player, what you're trying to actually achieve, and of course, the consistency that you would like in your clears. Because as you can see on the left-hand side of my screen, or right above me, I've got 101% crit rate, and the build still works out pretty well. So let's go ahead, let's start breaking this all down and get into our Qingxiao first impressions. All right, so here's going to be the spot for the ad and all that other stuff. So when it comes to Qingxiao and the build that we're going to be using, it's going to be really simple. We're going to be using her on her set and her weapon, and we will be swapping her out to EOG at various points to see how it performs, or how her build performs with that weapon instead. However, there are some particulars when it comes to her Echo and Sonata set that you you get some extra options if you do have her signature ready to go. And so we're going to be talking about that one as well as sort of like the lead up of the discussion today. Because as you can see over here, when it comes to my actual Sonata set build on Heart of Evil's Purge, which as you can see from her set, inflicted 2 straight shifting gives you crit damage and arrow damage bonus, it's a set that's perfectly made for her because she's a Toon Strain DPS. And so we're going to be having her with her Calamity Effigy 4 cost over here, which gives us even more arrow damage bonus when we inflict the debuff, which is awesome. And then we're actually running a crit rate 4 cost over here with the other Golem dude from the original, from the 3.5 story. And then a bunch of 1 costs. And this is the thing. This build is really only doable if you have her signature, because her signature gives 36% crit rate, which is quite a bit, and then also up to 56% arrow damage bonus at max stacks, and R1, and then 10% defense ignore. So with all of this massive amount of arrow damage bonus, you could end up having some pretty, well, a lot of arrow damage that lets you, well, skip the 2-3 cost that would provide that stat. However, I've also got another build on her where we're just going to be using this same forecast. Excuse these failures you can see in the background over here. I rolled the same echo basically twice. So you can see that was a little bit depressing the other day. But I've also got 3 costs as well. So as you can see over here, where's some? I know I had better ones. These are not good. I knew I had better ones. Who has them on? Oh, yeah, okay. So, like, I've got this one as well, sort of, like, chilling on the side, and I think I could just roll another. I'm pretty sure I've already rolled. Wait, where is it? Wait, have I not rolled a, Give me 1 second over here. Give me 1 second over here. Editor, make this funny. Make this one funny, editor. I gotta go roll a 3 cost real fast. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's good. Hey, just roll crit rate. Anyways, so that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. We're just going to be rolling with that one at a later point in the test if we do need it. But there's going to be a bit of a downside to this one. If you're running Qingxiao on a 4-3-3-1-1 with the 3 costs, as you can see over here, this bad boy, well, you gotta make sure you're running a lot of crit rate. Because if this character misses crits, her kit does really badly. Like, she's a character that wants as close to 100% crit rate as possible. And if she doesn't have that, you're having kind of a rough time. So I would highly recommend, right? I know I just rolled like a crazy good one, right? Not really crazy good, but like you should actually aim for like 7 or 8% or above. Yeah, 7 or 8% or above. Like that. Imagine if I just rolled a crit damage here. That'd be crazy, right? Man, shit. Anyways, so like you want crit ratios like that. Honestly, this is low-key transducible with that 10. Anyways, like you get what's going on. And so, this is what we're going to be going with first. We're going to be testing her on 4-4-1-1-1-1 just to have that consistency, and then she's going to be on her signature. And then we'll try out this build. It's going to be really bad, but we're going to try out this build, the same exact build without her signature, and then just sort of like go from there. So yeah, that's going to be the breakdown for today. And so you might be wondering, all right, Saint, where are you going to be fighting? Who is the enemy you're going to be fighting against? And I've had some thoughts, right? We could use her in floor 4 over here, but then she's going to be insanely shielded and just deal a ridiculous amount of damage. We could use her here, but then we're facing the Sentry Construct and there's an air resistance down. What if, and I know we've done this a couple of times already. Let's see how the overdrive zone is looking. This is the thing. It's against Crownless, and there's an arrow resistance increase. However, it looks like there's like a resonant skill damage bonus over here. I think this is going to be a good one for us to actually test her out on, because she gains a damage debuff, actually, which doesn't really matter. This guy has very little HP, so it's just going to make it, it's honestly probably going to make it better for the clear that he lives a little bit longer. And let's just see what it looks like with the regular rotation. I like this Crownless fight because he's kind of just vanilla. He doesn't do anything crazy, and there's no crazy damage bonuses either, because you gotta like parry him to gain a resonant skill bonus. Qingxiao does no resonant skill damage. So yeah, this one should be pretty good. Let's get this going. So yeah, you're just gonna be doing your standard Mortier rotation where you're like kind of going around, you know, doing your 3 basic attacks. Then you're gonna go in on Daniel over here, right? Skill, And then your Tomb Break should be ready by the time Daniel's ready to go. Then you just do 1, 2, dodge, 1, 2. Hit that parry too, I guess, for fun if you want some style. Then you echo skill, and then you just hold down your button until Qingxiao is like kind of ready with that. The timing on that can be a little bit annoying for the transformation, but just keep in mind that's something you got to keep track of. And now we got another ult coming down. I probably should have tomb broken him there, because then I would have gotten more mind lock stacks, right? And that's typically what a rotation would look like on her. You just echo skill at the end over there. And that's going to be that one. So yeah, as you can see, pretty consistent, right? And there we go. Yeah. Okay, get another Tomb Break off. And at this point, when they're already at 15 Mind Lock stacks, the Tomb Break doesn't matter as much. Oh, he's dead. It doesn't matter that much. But when you're on the road to building up the 15 Mind Lock stacks, you want to Tomb Break as often as possible because you'll get more. And so, obviously, that looked good. We two-rotated that dude. No problem at all. What happens if we put on EOG? Because this is the free-to-play option, right? Everyone knows this is the free-to-play option. It's got way less damage bonuses and stuff, but it's got slightly higher base attack and lower crit. You know, it's got, like, ER and stuff, so, like, this is what our stat blend looks like now. So now we're at 90% crit, which is obviously, it's still doable, but you're starting to ask yourself, okay, well, we don't have 100% anymore. Is this build still worth it? Well, let's see. Let's just see. Hey, she has a lot of attack though. I feel like, yeah, it's a fair amount of attack.
Energy consumption.
All right, let's get this going. Hey, at least he's not doing his weird flying shit this time. He's just starting off on the ground, nice and simple. Oh, and he's just getting parried like a hoe by a cripple. So as you can see over here, we're already at 5 Mind Lock stacks, which is great, right? All right, let's see if this happens. All right, so we might get another Tomb Break here, actually. Yeah, no, we get it here. So like, as you can see, I got 2 more Mind Break stacks there, and that's going to give me extra damage. Oh, you know what? Honestly, that doesn't look that much different. I know it was something like 20-something%, but guys, remember, that's personal damage. You still have this thing called, like, a team and your buffs and stuff, and, like, the end result is... I'm pretty sure she clears without it. Oh, God, I kind of messed up here. Oh, yeah, I messed up with that Tomb Break timing. Honestly, yeah, you can see that the damage isn't as high. 1,000,000%. Hey, but it's still good. Right? Like, it's still good. Like, yes, that does feel a little bit slower, but it doesn't feel slower to the point where you're not going to clear. So, yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. We got to account for the missed crits as well, right? Still gets the job done. Obviously, your build's not like... Your build loses its consistency, right? Because you're on the wrong weapon. So, now we're going to switch back and try out good old Lene. Because she's the other option that you're going to have available, right? For this unit. That, well, she gets the job done 100% as well. So, let's just go ahead. Let's see what she looks like over here. And based off some initial testing I've done, guys, Linnea's actually stronger on Static Mist than her signature if you're going to be supporting Qingxiao. If Qingxiao has her sig, Linnea on Static Mist is stronger than her signature. Because this is what Static Mist gives. It gives attack, right? And her signature gives all damage bonus. Qingxiao has so much damage bonus, the attack from Static Mist actually makes you do more damage than her 24% damage bonus over here. Because it's 3 times 8, right? So, yeah, actually use Static Mist. It'll be better for your Linnea if you have Qingxiao's sig as well. And the only way for this to be true is for you to have Glint of Clouds on her. So, yeah. That's something to keep in mind. That is something to keep in mind. Even on the 44111 option. Actually, let's see that. Because this will be Static Mist on 44111. It was higher on 43311. With the arrow and attack 3 costs. So we'll see. But do know that when we were testing it 43311, we were doing 1 arrow, 1 attack. So yeah, let's see it over here. How does this one do? And we'll test it out on Linnea's signature as well for fun. How do we not parry that? Oh, this is a little bit awkward. Yeah, the Tomb Break timing is a little bit awkward on this team in particular. Yeah, it's a little awkward. Did I had Linnea's outro for that, though. I know I did 100%, because otherwise that damage would not have been that good. Alright, okay. Got a good Tomb Break over there. Good Tomb Break over there. Nice. All right. So as you can see, it's very similar to Denya, but Denya has a much smoother sort of like Tomb Break transition, right? She builds up the Mind Lock stacks a lot faster, and it's sort of and the timing on Linnea for your Tomb Breaks, you're just getting less. You're getting less Mind Lock buildup, right? And you can see over here how it got awkward on my first rotation because the Tomb Break thing popped up, and I was like, wait, I really need to activate that because if I don't, my Qingxiao literally loses a shit ton of damage amp, right, in damage bonus. Because by Tomb Breaking, especially early on in your rotation, your first 7 stacks are really important to get on your Mind Lock, right? Because you can see over here, 2% more damage and then 5% per stack for the first 7. Sorry, I was blocking that. Yeah, Qingxiao's following skills deal 2% more damage per stack of Mind Lock on the target. And 5% more for the first 7. And that's over there, right? And you can see inflicting 2 straight interfere, 2 breaking them is how you get these stacks. And then you got this as well. Damage amp 2. So really prioritizing those initial Mind Lock stacks, breaking, right? Really important. Really important to do those first initial Tomb Breaks. Otherwise, you're not getting this. And the first 7 stacks are the most important ones. So that's the issue you're going to run into with Linnea. Just make sure you keep that top of mind. Now, let's go ahead and try out Linnea 44111 with her sig, just to see if there's any actual, like, significant difference over here. I don't think there is, but it might do slightly less. We'll see.
Energy consumption increasing.
Okay, he was kind of doing, like, his weird shit over there, but I think we got him. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It's fine. So let's see when we can get the Tomb Break off over here. I'm hoping it's soon. All right, all right. Yeah, you just get it off over there. Wait, how is her transition not ready? Oh, that was so weird. Yeah, my outro's gone. That was weird. Okay, okay, so, damn. I really... Because I want to tomb break as early as possible, but then tomb breaking after her intro is bricking that shit. So don't do that. Yeah, you might have to just stay on Lene for like half a second to tomb break with her. And I think that's a better idea. That's what I would do. Stay on Lene for like half a second over here. After she lands, and just get that tomb break off. I think that's gonna be worth it. Like, unfortunately, right? It's a little delayed. It's a little clunky, but like, right? It's so much smoother. Yeah, no, this is what you gotta do.
How many strikes can you survive? Souls. Purge the realm.
Assuming master control.
Right. You see what's happening over here? This. So I think this is the proper way you're supposed to be rotating throughout this team with like the tomb breaks and stuff. We might get another one here with Lene. Let me see if it's even worth using. Is he already at 15 stacks? No, he's not. Okay, no, we definitely should use this one. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, that's really awkward.
Purged by my hand. Skin. Quick energy. Pure lights. Shake the sky. All my will. One strike.
So that one clears that there. I technically think this one is strong. I don't really know which one's even strong. I think Lene's signature might be stronger on 4-3-4-4-1-1-1. The difference is so small, I don't think it matters. Yeah, just use static miss. You shouldn't even have Lene's signature in the fucking first place, because that thing is almost useless. So, yeah, I assume you just have static miss because it's so good anyways, and the team does really good with static miss. So, there you go. And this is the thing. Those are Qingxiao's basically her only teams. The only other variation you have is like running some shit like this. But obviously, this is going to suck the big ass on this build because I am getting 12.5% crit rate that doesn't fucking do anything on the character. And so this is where we're going to have to do a little bit of alternative testing, right? Because I said there was going to be another build. Now let's go ahead and use that other build because, well, it's actually going to make sense for all these characters. So now we're going back to Denya. And let's go put on 4-3-3-1-1. Let's put this shit on. All right, so I just rolled this bad boy. Hey, it's not actually bad. It's pretty decent. And then my other arrow guy's got this equipped. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. And let's see what else I got remaining. All right, I've got 130% ER, so that's unnecessary. What did I lose over here? All right, no, I've surely got better pieces, right? Attack. Ooh, this one's pretty good actually. Which one should I get rid of? I like liberation damage. I also like these damage bonuses as well. Wait a second, these are both good. I don't know which one to get rid of. I guess this one, right? Yeah, no, that attack and that crit is slightly better. So you can see what happened to my stats. They're fucked up now. That's sort of like the issue. My stats are like fucked up now, but I have like a lot of attack. I have a lot of attack because I'm buffed in game, so that's like pretty cool. But like, hopefully you can kind of see what some of the complications are. With this character. And when it comes to ER, I'm going to be honest, I feel a little bit iffy about the 180 I have right now, so I think I might just actually put this back. Yeah, we might just put that back. Yeah, I might just roll with 127. So that's what we got going on over here. You're rocking roughly like 80. I have two 6.3%, that's why. But as you can see, I got a 9.3 here, a 7.5 over here, and a 7.5 over here. And the crit rate is kind of suffering. But that's what we're going to be rocking with. So let's go ahead. Let's see how this build goes. And remember, this build should actually deal a decent bit more damage. All right. Parried by a cripple once again. I should have gotten that tomb break off. Ah, well, it doesn't matter because we missed that crit. Do you guys see the issue? You guys see the issue? Yeah, it really feels bad to miss crits on this character. And that's why we were testing with 44111, because this is like missing crits on Imit's ult. Or missing crits on Hiyuki's second slash, right? It kind of the same vibes, you feel me? Doesn't feel good, bro. You guys see why I like practicing on this fight, right? He's so consistent. Crownless never does any like fucked up shit where you're just like, oh man, I hate this guy. All right, now here we go, the big boom.
One strike.
So as you can see, yes, it deals more damage, right? It deals more damage. That is 100% something that's going on. And that's that. The character feels like she does come with like a couple of just, it's a little bit rough, right? So it's like 44111's got that consistency. And it's also like she doesn't feel like she loses that much damage with it. But guys, it's like you really, I think the most optimal build is always going to be 43311 with as much crit rate rolls as possible. But that's going to be hard to really balance out. But yeah, missing crits on her abilities is really bad though, because like I said before, right? Like I said before, brother, when you have motion values that look like this in your kit, 445, and then it says over here, oh yeah, by the way, we have this thing called Heaven's Clarity. The damage multiplier is increased by 100% on Heaven's Reckoning, Ephemeral Transcend. Oh yeah. Oh, so that ends up becoming like the same as her ultimate. Yeah, they end up becoming like the same fucking thing. So it's like she's got two ults basically, and if you miss the crit on any of these, you're fucked. And that's sort of like the issue, right? Is she's got this insane sort of like crit fishing playstyle, unless you're going to go 44111. But if you do 44111, obviously your damage ceiling is a lot lower, because as you saw, I was over capping on 44111. And so that's kind of like the situation, right? That's what's going on for this character, at least when it comes to like the whole like single target content sort of stuff. And so I could repeat these tests with Linnea and on Static Mist, right? Or and on EOG, but I think this comparison is pretty much all you really needed, right? You lose consistency, but you gain a higher ceiling for damage if you go 43311. That's kind of obvious right off rip. And I guess that's the real struggle that you're going to be having as a player. I guess the one thing good for like grinders, or the one thing good for like people that really like optimizing their characters, is that she's a little bit like a Sagrika, right? In that Sagrika has one of the highest ceilings in the game as a character, where you really want to have 150% ER on her, right? But then also have like double crit and attack on every roll, and like high crit as well. And so it's really hard to build her. But when you get her to full build, she's one of the strongest, if not the strongest unit in the game. And I feel like Qingxiao has that same sort of dynamic going on 4-3-3-1-1, right? Theoretically, if everything has 10.5% crit rate on every piece, you'll have 100%, but then also, you know, have all the upside as well. And so that's sort of like a goal that you can have as a player, I guess, that makes her like at giga high investment, time-wise, not even like Astrite-wise, like time-wise on echo farming, tuners, all of that. She can be a great sort of like sinkhole for players if they really want to min-max. You just think about it, there's only so much you can min-max Yang Yang Zhuan Ling. I'm overcapped on her, bro. I'm overcapped on her with the 4-3-3-1-1.
Let's go where the wind
She gains 20% crit rate from her set. I'm at 103.2. It's really easy to optimize this character. Hiyuki, same fucking thing. It's really easy to get over 100% crit rate on her. I already have that. Imyth is a little bit more difficult, but you could also get it done as well, right? A lot of these recent characters, they've been a lot easier to build and like actually min-max their build. She's hard to min-max. So is Sagrika, but I think their ceilings are actually higher than other characters because of that. And that's sort of like the thing. She has an interesting value proposition as like a, what's it called? As like a, you just, it kind of makes sense, right? Because she's like the cultivating master. You just cultivate her on your account over time until she has 100% crit rate on 4-3-3-1-1. And then she'll become the true god that she is in lore. Does that make sense? Because I do think she has one of the, if not the highest ceilings in the game. But it's hard for her to get there. But when you do get there, you will be like at the mountaintop. Like it's sort of thematic with her character, right? Do you get what I mean? It's like it's kind of, it's gonna take you a long time, maybe as long as she lived, like the 500 years she's been living to get there. But once you do, you will be the master. Kind of neat. It's all right. It's whatever. It's whatever. All right. And so now I need to answer the question. Now we need to have a little bit of a discussion over here about the messages we've been getting in chat. So we had about, I think, 20 people ask me to play Whimpering Waste. There's this thing called like a schedule, guys. So imagine like you're at home, right? And you're telling your mom, I'm going to wash the dishes after dinner. It's lunchtime and your mom's asking you to wash the dishes. There's no dishes in the sink yet because it's only lunchtime. Dinner hasn't been eaten, but she's still, for some reason, telling you to wash the dishes. Can you guys stop being retarded? If I said I'm going to be playing Whiwa after TOA, I'm literally in the TOA and you're asking me to play Whiwa. Are you guys stupid? Stop being fucking stupid. How stupid can you fucking be? It's literally on the schedule. The guy said they're doing it, and because they're not doing it right now, you spam ask them to do it. What's wrong with you? Are you 10? Are you like 5? That's what 5-year-olds do. Honey, we're gonna go on the merry-go-round. I want to go now. Like, that's literally what you seem like, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Holy fucking shit. There's this thing called like a schedule. You can't do everything at once, bro. You're not, what, you can only do that shit in fucking Harry Potter, bro, with that bitch in the time turner. I used Harry Potter because that's probably the literature you're reading right now if you're this fucking immature. Holy fuck. Just like imagine being asked that like 10 times. Anyways. So this is a lesson that you would have learned by now if you've been a frequent viewer of the channel. The more retarded you act as chatters, the longer I delay things on stream. Because you're making my stream annoying with stupid ass messages, and so I'm gonna monetize that a little bit longer by dragging things on a little bit. Because what the fuck was that, bro? Anyways, so now it's time for us to get into Whimpering Wastes, We delayed that by about 3 to 4 minutes because of stupid chatters asking for it 30 times in the preceding section. Now let's go. All right, so I did all of my Whiwa boats this morning. That's like why I'm in an annoyed mood, because holy fucking shit, this is the big... Bro, can they just unlock boat 11, and then if you do boat 11, you get the other boats? Can they just, like, do that? Bro, playing these actually makes me want to go do something in Minecraft. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing on boats 7, 8, 9, and 10, because they don't matter. Bro, just let me do 11 and then unlock the other 4, bro. What are we doing here? Literally, I just have S max score on everything. MIDI crash out, but I think it's warranted because holy fucking, like, everyone that plays this game knows what I'm talking about here. This is bad. It's bad. All right. So now we got infinite torrents. And so my Whiwa tests are very simple for Whiwa characters. They're very, very, very simple. If the character does not function well on side 1, I don't consider them a Whiwa character. Because there are a bunch of characters that only operate on side 2. And so if you have 100 eligible characters for this side, but only 10 for here, I'm only going to count this side. I'm only going to count the first side because there's a bunch of teams that operate down here. But there's very few that work over here. And this is the true limiter for all the teams. And also, she's going to have to function on a purple token. And this is going to be the purple token that we're going to be using because obviously it's the Toon Strain one. So yeah, let's get this going. Hopefully it'll be all right, but this is the thing. We've got Denya on side 1, bro. So this is going to be already going to be a fucking disaster. All right, that is technically her best team. I believe we are fucked. You're on 4-3-3-1-1. Okay, this is the thing. I think it might just be better to go 4-4-4-1-1. Like just have 100% crit in Whiwa, and you're gonna get just like 7 million times better results. The reason for it is very simple. Missing crits in Whiwa on one enemy is like missing crits on all the enemies. If you miss a crit on one, one's going to survive, and the next wave doesn't spawn until they're all dead. So it's like you missed on all of them. And so make sure you have 100% crit rate in this game mode, or you're going to have a shit time. That's all I'm going to say. So it's nice that she has that. That is actually what I'll say is a chip on the shoulder for the character. The fact that she has a 100% crit day 1 build with bad stats so that you can at least get some consistency in Whiwa. Because other characters, they have that built into their sets, but other ones like... Bro, that's why Luca like kind of feels like shit. He doesn't have 100% crit. He has no way to get it. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. So remember, it's going to be side 1. I'm scared. Let's see what we got here. All right. Honestly, this could be okay. I know I messed up the rotation. I'm just like testing stuff out right now. It's not terrible. Okay, all right. So she has like, she can enter her enhanced state somewhat okay, especially with the concerto and the outro skills and stuff. So let me try out something over here. No, I messed it up. Sorry. I'm like thinking, okay, I want to give.
Is it my turn?
I want to give Denya as much ER as possible, but it's really hard to do that. Maybe I should give the ER to Qingxiao.
Is it my turn? Lend me your hand.
Change of mode.
Okay, all right. That might be how you do it on side 1. That might be how you do it on side 1. Yeah, you start off over here. You go to her. You go to her. Oh, no, that didn't work. Nope. You gotta go. You gotta go, what's it called?
Assuming master control. Is it my turn?
Is that even good? I'm trying to think of like the best way that you would want to like move between the characters to give somebody energy. Because essentially your goal is to like funnel a character energy on this team so that they can cast their ultimate. And my goal is to funnel Denya as much energy as possible because this bitch sucks.
Is it my turn?
Alright, this might be it. Okay, alright. So we got like all of our stuff going on right now.
Your lights shake the sky.
And now we get our ult over here. Let's try it out.
Cleanse the filth.
Alright, okay.
Master control.
Not bad, actually. Okay, we're getting like a regular rotation now.
Processing initiating criticality protocol.
Right, we just got a regular rotation now, so that's looking like okay.
My turn. Lend me your hand.
Oh my god, this bitch still has no energy. Dude, bro, I have no mana.
Take a bite.
Purged by my hand. Pierce the sky. Sunday. One with the sword. How many strikes can you survive?
All right, big boom! Mana!
Strike.
Assuming master control. Give it to me. Attack control.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Denya's field is doing some fucked up shit to them down there. I just keep hearing two breaks.
Please don't.
I just keep hearing two breaks down there, like a little donk, donk.
Get lost.
Okay, how did she not have full ER there?
Change of mode. Cleave the forest.
Yo, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I found out the proper way to play this character in Whiwa that just nobody else knew.
Shattering dreams. Rising steel.
I feel like I'm kind of popping off right now.
Assuming master control. Guidance, yes. Access confirmed.
You feel me?
Further execute stars. Hear my query.
So yeah, y'all were making fun of me while I was goofing around at the start. Now you feel retarded, don't you?
Lend me your hand. Please don't. Pity me. Get my thing. Ashes to ashes.
Heaven descends. One with the sword.
I will say this about this character.
Purge. How many strikes can you survive? Chords.
I think she might actually be high tier. Yeah, no, that's a 3K. I missed that ult. That ult didn't hit anything. That hits 3K. I missed that ult. So I just went side one with Denya on purple token and basically got over 3K.
A brief pause.
That seemed good to me. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is why she's actually good in Whiwa. Her damage type is split, so her basic attack, all of her attacks can deal chip damage and actually kill things. For example, like her basic attacks that she does, like in the air, they can actually kill stuff. They can actually kill things because she deals split damage scaling, right? She's not like a single type. It's not like only like one move in her kit does something. Bro, this shit looks so goofy, bro. Like, are you bro, what the fuck is this? This is retarded. Anyways, like, you get what's going on. And so low, I think she's better than Yang Yang Zhuan Ling. I've never gotten a score like this on Yang Yang Zhuan Ling like that. Let's give it another try. Let's give it another. I've never gotten that score before. Am I the only one saying that? Like, yeah, she seems better, right?
Assuming master control. Is it my turn?
Change of mode. Free. Focus on me.
Like, you guys see what... Wait, no, this is kind of...
How many strikes can you survive? All my will.
Because of Danya's grouping? Y'all realize Danya didn't do anything there, right?
Control. Guidance ready. Processing stars. Hear my queries. Structural override initiative.
Transform at will.
Activating. Is it my turn? Lend me your hand.
So this is the issue. I have like a massive ER issue on Danya. If I could get like a couple more % on her, it'd be good.
Soul, take a bite.
Oh my god. I messed up on my Danya here too.
Purged by my hand.
Yeah, so Danya is literally the part that's like making this annoying for me. Because she's not having enough energy because I only have her on like 126. If I had her on 130,
Lights.
oh, that's a big one.
The sky.
Oh, that's huge actually.
Transform.
Oh my god, but there's like a couple of like these guys like left. Oh, how is this guy still here? But like you can literally see how like a 4-5% ER difference is like a really big issue for me.
Assuming master control. Is it my turn? Enough.
Heaven descend. One with the sea.
Yeah, no, I mean her AoE looks like it's actually pretty solid.
Rising steel.
All right, did that just not hit anything? What's going on here? Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's inconsistent. I don't know what happened there though.
Assuming master control. Order X authorizing maximum output. Is it my turn?
Yeah, so like, yeah, that's okay. That seems better on the ER side. I think this clear might be good.
Vanish.
Purged by my hand. Quick ending. Annihilate. How many strikes can you survive? Chords. Cleanse the filth.
Assuming master control.
This is my thought. If you're on 44111, you might be pleasantly surprised at how good this character is in Whiwa. But if you're not, I think you're gonna run into some big issues. But I think simply being 433 or 44111 will be enough to like.
Devour. Lend me your hand.
Okay, how does she not have the energy, bro? What even happened there?
Pierce the sky. In. Breach. One with the sword. Splitting the light. Evil. Purge. Shattering dreams. Rising steel.
All right.
Purge the realm.
Assuming master control. Access confirmed. Order X authorizing maximum output. Is it my turn?
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of fucking shit up.
Forgive me. Wait. That's stop. Take a bite. Radiance. No more.
Change of mode. Imperial verdict. Focus for me. Annihilate. Pure lights. Shake the sky.
Bro, that shit was not spawning.
One strike.
Assuming master control.
So yeah, that's a 3K. It's just this last wave is taking fucking forever to spawn.
Structural override initiative.
So yeah, I mean, I'm consistently getting 3K on the character just doing 1, 2, 3 rotations. On side 1. I'm getting consistent 3Ks on purple token because I'm just not getting it because of lag there, bro. The guy taking 5 seconds to spawn. You guys just saw an empty screen for 5 seconds, right? I missed the ult the first time because that last wave takes forever for some reason. So, yeah, I think she's actually either tier 1 or tier 0.5. You just got to play the rotation like I did. I think, yeah. Okay, so don't ever forget that I'm better at this game than you. Okay? Like, I think you guys forgot that. Why are people IT surprised that I found out the good way to play and you couldn't? That's just how it works, because I'm better at the game than you. My first try, I did better than you guys did for the last 12 hours. I spent 5 minutes and I did better than you guys did in 12 hours. You could, yeah, stay mad. Anyways, so yeah. As you can see, I feel like we've done the full testing. Because this is the situation. If this character's missing crits in Whiwa, they will suck the big ass.
A blade.
Remember why? Because those are big nukes, and if one of them doesn't crit, it's like all of them not critting, because that one guy's going to stay there alive and delay the rest of the waves. And so, if you're not running a 4-4-1-1-1 build on Whiwa, you're kind of fucked, because your clears will get griefed because of that. And so, does this mean 4-4-1-1-1 is better overall? Well, this is the thing. To get that level of consistency, you want your signature. And so with EOG, it's really hard to get that level of consistency, right? And so maybe you just want a crit rate forecast instead. Maybe you go 4-3-3, 1-1, and you go a crit rate forecast on EOG. But I think having a 100% crit rate in Whimpering Waste, I might just have to make a video on it. I think having a 100% crit rate in Whiwa is low-key more important than anything else. Especially now, like, I think that's it. Like, I don't even think like I think it's better to sacrifice your crit damage for it. Yeah, because if you're just delaying the rest of the wave, it's like you didn't crit at all. It's like you missed the crit on everybody. So it's like having 100% is just gonna be better 99% of the time, as you're gonna crit fish every single wave. So yeah, I think that's the overall first impressions. I don't know if there's anything else that we've like failed to. We could take a look at the performance in Whiwa on less crit. It's just going to be giga inconsistent. We're already one-shotting waves, so it looks like damage isn't an issue. You're just going to have more downside. I think you're just going to have way more downside, and that's like the only trade-off. Just a fuck ton more downside if you do that. All right, try her Whiwa with Lene. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. We could try her out with Lene. Because as far as I'm concerned, Qingxiao's self-grouping seemed okay. It seemed pretty decent to me. All right. So, one of the nice little benefits that we're going to have over here of using Lene is this. Lene can overcharge on ER. Just put a fucking static mist on her, bro. And she will be giga... Bro, she's overclocked. We got 146%. That alone is going to make her low-key potentially more appealing than Denya. Because she has that. Yeah, 146% ER in Whiwa is that's a beneficial stat. ER is a beneficial stat in that game mode. All right, so let's just get a little bit of that going. Yeah, let's see how this one does then. I don't think I need to farm too much ER on what's it called? Let me see here. Let's just see how this run does with some I guess some like practice stuff, right? I was debating whether or not to get Lene's Tomb Break boost, because she could just get it without using her ult. Is that worth it? I think it is. Because this is what Lene gets to do, guys. Wait, did she not do her attack? Was that even worth it? What was that? That was a little goofy. Yeah, that was a bit goofy. I may have to restart that run. That was a little weird. I wonder if I even got my Tomb Break boost though. Because this is the thing. Denya provides her Tomb Break boost by existing. Yeah, you don't have to do anything for Denya's Tomb Break boost to apply. If she's just there, you get it.
Rising steel.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. How did she manage to outrange herself there? She like kited the enemy out. That was a little weird.
Transform at will.
Assuming master control.
All right, Lene, stop anti-grouping everybody. Come on.
Change of mode. Heaven descends. Quick ending. Split into lights. Pure lights. Shake the sky.
Yeah, the damage seems like a way less than having Denya on. Yeah, because I'm like not able to clear this first wave, while Denya, I am able to. I think it's because, yeah, it's just Denya's Tomb Break boost is higher, and then she has like that instant Tomb Break, right? And I think it applies to these enemies as well.
Tie a bow and call that my signature.
Perched by my hand.
Lene exists to be annoying. Yeah, in the story and the lore, bro.
How many strikes can you survive? Chords. Cleanse the filth.
Assuming master control. All units fire. Attack and charge. Hear my
What is that
tune.
score? Yeah, I don't know. It feels like, yeah, the Lene situation is a little bit rough, bro.
Special delivery.
The Lene situation is a little bit rough, bro. Hey, the enemies have their 15 mind lock, though.
Quick ending. Shattering dreams. Rising steel. Swords. Purge the realm.
Assuming
Man, this might be more so just Lene kind of just being a really bad character in this game mode. I feel like Lene is actually like a Whiwa, like, bro, Lene is a Whiwa terrorist. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, she's a whimpering waste terrorist.
signature.
She actively brings down the performance of teams she's on versus like,
Perched by my hand.
it's like the DPSs she supports
Heaven descends.
are weaker because of her existence.
I am the blade. Purge. Pure lights.
Bro, did I miss that guy? Oh, that is rip.
I will.
Oh, that is rip. Oh, I missed that guy. Oh, no. Honestly, it gets clearable scores. It's just, it's way more annoying because Lene sucks. I think that gets a 2.5k if I, like, grind it out a bit better. I think reasonably it's about, like, 400 points lower if you can, like, time your stuff better. Because, like, if I don't have to ult a fucking zero-cost wave there, I think I get to, like, 2.5. So, I don't think Qingxiao is actually the problem. I think Lene sucks ass, and if you have her with Denya, she's actually pretty good. That's from my gameplay, right? And obviously, I've only had, like, 2 days. I've only had, like, 10 minutes to play her. It feels a lot stronger than Yang Yang, though. At the very least, in her best in slot team. And, like, it's side 1. It's side 1 that we're doing this on. And so this is also the other thing. Tokyo Asahi said, "No shit, Goofy, LOL. Danya's literally carried the grouping and the team. No, you're fucking retarded and wrong, because if that was the case, Luke Curson would be a tier 0 Whiwa character. If Denya was the only thing that was required. But suddenly, the Denya Luke Curson team is worse than the Denya Qingxiao one in Whiwa. Huh, wait, oh, so is that Denya being good or is that Qingxiao being better?" And so, this is the thing. You're a first-time chatter, and now you're known as a, your first message was retarded. Congratulations. That is the mark you've made on the channel. You're a dumbass. Well done. Well done. Let's get the pit of shame, but congratulations. Yes, call other people goofy when you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, bro. 100%. Well played. when it's literally what's griefing the clear on this character is having Lene on your team. It's not Denya being strong, it's Lene being dog shit. Because guess who else suffers in Whiwa because of Lene? All of Lene's fucking teammates. All you need to do is play the bitch one time, you retarded idiot. Just play Lene one time in any of her best in slot teams in Whiwa, and you would actively see her destroying your clear. You would actively see Lene. Every time you jump, 1-costs are just flying across the screen. Bro, the 1-costs are just like, they're just like that, bro. And then you're like, all right, well, now I can't hit anything. Like, truly, just playing her one time will show you that. And she's been in the game for 6 months, bro. She's been in the game for 6 months. Hey, what's up, Sharabu? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, we're just going through some first impressions and testing over here. But I think we've done everything when it comes to this character. I feel like we've done a very, very, very good job of breaking down everything when it comes to how she works. And this is the thing.
The sky.
Part of me is inclined to say that this unit is somewhat similar to Sigrika. In the sense that, yes, you can 1,000,000% absolutely skip them, skip their weapon, and nothing changes for your account. You don't lose anything. But I'm not going to say that pulling them is like a net loss, or that pulling them is bad, or that you're going to regret pulling them. I think a lot of people won't actually regret pulling this character because she has a very high ceiling. And I think that isn't talked about enough in Wuthering Waves as like a chase goal for players. Having characters that are hard to min-max, hard to get 100%, right? But then they kind of just like exist there as like a permanent goal for you in the background. Because you've got like a shortcut to get this character up and running, right? The 4-4-1-1-1. But then you got the potential for like Giga min-maxing with her 4-3-3-1-1-1 build in the future. And so for me, it's like this character has a bunch of options, and then she's a unit that will give you an opportunity to like sink time into the game at a later point when you do want to min-max her. Plus, she's very easy to play, and I guess she's got two massive bazookas, bro. They're bigger than the rest of her body. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, no, she's got some crazy weaponry. Just wanted to mention that. Yeah, cannons, as they do say. Cannons, as they do say. So, obviously, there's that factor as well. Her gameplay, though, is... She's got one complicated part of her kit, and that's making sure you do her skill correctly to generate her forte. But other than that, you kind of are just, like, holding down the button. Her gameplay does leave a little bit to be desired. But maybe she's meant for when you're, like, coming home from, like, multiple surgeries or something, and you need to clear the TOA. I don't know. Kuro designed her, not me. Anyways, that's gonna be our review. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. What is a 4-4-1-1-1 combo, man? I fucking Google it at this point, bro. This is like you walking into like a fucking math classroom and asking what a number is. Just fucking Google it, man. What's an echo? Bro, it's like, I'm sorry. There's levels to classes, right? You're in the advanced class right now. Don't be asking me big hitter questions. Yeah, we're in the advanced class right now. Okay. All right. We got Qingxiao first impressions. A nice 1-hour video. Woohoo! All right. Now, it's time for us to have a bit of a discussion over here. Yeah, this is gonna be our afternoon video. It'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. 2 new or newest character reviews from Prydwen. Oh, this is great. So basically, this is the difference between these reviews. One guy cares about the page, the other guy doesn't. Yeah, one guy cares about the page, and the other person doesn't. Yeah, this is called, like, this looks like Chat GPT made notes. Honestly, the Chat GPT notes would probably be better. They should just ask Chat GPT to make a pro and cons list for them. This is, I'm just going to be honest here. This is kind of like, it's so general and not descriptive, it's kind of useless, right? And then you actually have, like, effort here on, like, the side that, like, actually explains things in detail and gives reasoning and stuff. Pretty unprofessional for a guide website, especially with the last line. These types of things. Yeah, so this is the thing. Qingxiao's gameplay literally is not really that great. Unprofessional to include your subjective opinions, though. I guess this is the thing. Are gacha games supposed to be professional? Dude, you do realize that this is a character in the game, right? Like, are you like, wait, are you asking for this to be professional?
A blade.
Let me just zoom. Like, oh, wait, okay, so wait, so now like decorum and stuff is like, this is what I mean. Like, just stop being virtue signaling cocksuckers, bro. We good? Like what is this, like, Puritan fucking shit in the gacha space? Stop being little pussy bitches. Like, my God, bro. What are we doing here? Your guides are pretty professional, though. Oh, okay. You mean this guide right here? You mean this giga professional guide right here? Let's listen to the intro of this.
The first half unit of version 3.6. Qingxiao, the sword transcendent and paragon of Zhuangfang Hold, or Mengzhou, or Zhuangfang, land of Meng. You get what I'm talking about, is finally...
Yeah, oh, that's a super professional guide, bro. 100%. Yeah, no, I totally don't crack any jokes or say anything funny in here. Yeah, no, I'm just straight up. I'm straight laced. Absolutely. Didn't say anything in the first 10 fucking seconds. You sound so weird. It's called a fucking filter, bro. Not a filter. It's called compression on the mic. Yeah, it's called mic compression. This is what happens when you post-process your voice and it sounds crisper. Why? Because I record an audio file and then I press a button on Audacity and it makes it sound better. So why the fuck would I not do it? Anyways, what is the discussion even about again? Like, what are there, like, people like bitching it? Like, I guess what is the thing? Is it like, oh, one's lazy and one's not? It is what it is, brother. Anyways, now it's time for us to get into the actual main event for today, because the game has... The game's getting dragged a little bit, but it is kind of deserved. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you about the demise, the end of service, the cancellation of one of the most well-known, favorited, and loved gacha games in the space. And that is Wuthering Waves. But this is the thing. This isn't an official end of service. This is kind of like a game getting a cancer diagnosis. Or, like, not really a cancer diagnosis. This is like a game getting a tumor. Wuthering Waves, ladies and gentlemen, has a tumor. And they got that tumor from none other than a Hoyoverse game. And that Hoyoverse game, ladies and gentlemen, is probably Honkai Star Rail. This is the HSR-ification of Wuthering Waves, where these guys have just decided for some reason, and this is intentional. They decided to launch the 3.6 update with literally no actual events. And this is the thing. Yes, chat. I know. There's a list over here of what's coming out, what there is supposed to be, what's coming out soon, and all of that. But this is what I meant by, this makes it obvious it's intentional that they didn't want to have anything in the update on days 1 and 2. There are events in this patch. There are other things available. There are other things that we'll have to do. But they chose to give us nothing other than the story, and they told us, hey, it's the story and the hologram, and you've got absolutely nothing else until I gotta wait another 1 day and 20 hours? So I gotta wait another 1 day and 20 hours. Oh, look, let's see this over here. Oh, okay, let's read this comment. Oh, hey, let's read this comment over here. Ooh, we got somebody defending it. Do the story, you monkey. Okay, so I'm going to not take that one as racist because I'm Asian. But do know that will get you banned if you type that in like Kaisenat's channel. Yeah, you probably will get permanently banned. So like I do yeah, just wanted to mention that there. Just wanted to mention that there real fast. It's not directed at you. Okay. How about you take one grammar class a single time? How about this? How about this? You're gonna be banned for 1 week, and you can shorten it by. You can shorten this ban. You can shorten this time out by confirming you've taken a like online grammar class. Is that fair? Yeah, if you send proof to my mod that you completed a grammar class, we'll untime you out. The fuck? It's fucking retards, bro. It's like out here, they're just like, yeah, I don't understand English, and I will use my ignorance as a shield for my retarded statements. How about just don't type retarded shit? Anyways, that was just, so the comment was, do the story. If there's another hour, there's another 20 hours and 1 day left. The story's like 4 or 5 hours, even less if you skip it. And so just think about it this way. You're somebody that did the story already because it's 5 hours. You still now have a day and 20 hours to do nothing. And imagine you skip the story because you're just a story skipper. Now you have a day and... There's nothing! Because they've decided, hey, that's all... This is the only thing you can do, the story and the hologram. And the game's getting dragged. The game's getting hurt. The game is taking some damage because we've got this commentary over here. It's getting a lot of views and engagement, and that's pretty much all that social media, Reddit, bro, every single Wuthering Waves basically outlet, they're all just talking about how there's nothing in the game. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You're gonna see a bunch of posts on Twitter, and then let me just make sure I can get a big one from Okay, yeah, this is a pretty indicative one. Looks like we're in the Sahara Desert for 40 days. Tilde, this person's gay. That's just the top post. They are really telling us to prepare for the scene banner. Scene also shows up 5 minutes into the story, so kind of, yeah, that is a little bit on the nose, isn't it? I love how clean the event tab is when the patch is about to end. Bro, this is literally what the events tab looked like when the patch was ending 20 hours ago. Like 24 hours ago, this is what it looked like. So yeah, that is absolutely on point. Genshinification of Star Rail and the Star Railification of Wuwa. No wonder Wuwa folks are arguing with the ZZZ ones. It straight up looks like a collab with Honkai Star Rail. There's not a shred of content. More devalued than, and the guy that wrote this is Spanish, so it's not racist, more devalued than Latin American currency. I think it cost $7 million to buy a piece of bread in Venezuela. Allegedly. You log in, and it sounds like this. What is this? Guys, this is the unfortunate end result of this situation. I feel like Wuthering Waves is sort of like... Meg Zhou has been a bit of a disaster. I think just like from a like visual, like just a presentment angle and kind of just like a fulfillment angle, I feel like it's been a bit of a disaster. Because this is the thing. we're coming off the tail end of a bad second half. 3.5 second half, where all we had was Virtual Crisis, a photo event, no story, nothing for Soy Soy, any of that, right? It was a dead end to the last patch. You went from a dead end into a dead beginning. The right way to operate with this update would have been to funnel and front load a bunch of events in the first part of the patch to make up for the fact that the second half of 3.5 was so bad. And the easiest way for you to understand that the second half of 3.5 was bad and didn't get a lot of engagement was the fact that nobody was hyped for 3.6's live stream, bro. You cut the viewership by like 100-something K because this patch was so fucking boring at the tail end of it. And so now we just went from like a dead end of the last patch into a dead beginning of this one. And now everyone's talking about how we haven't had any content in the game for like 4 weeks. Because that's what it feels like. This feels like a continuation of 3.5. A literal continuation of 3.5 versus the beginning of 3.6. You want to know what it actually feels like? It feels like 3.5 and 3.6 were actually a big 82-day patch. It was like one 82-day patch. That's what it's fucking feeling like right now. And we're in like the middle stretch of it where it just keeps going. It just keeps fucking going, bro. I feel like I'm still in 3.5, actually. Because this is how I ended the fucking version, and this is how I'm starting the next one. It's the same photo! It's the same fucking photo! And yes, I have a story. But I don't want to play the story right now. I want to do things like build my character, have some fun, do a little bit of that. Then go play the story later, but there's like, oh, okay, well, now it's like, okay, well, the only thing I have left is a story. So it's like, hey, do you want to go sit down for a 5-hour story, or do you want to stop playing Wuthering Waves for the day? Do I want to go sit down and play a 5-hour story, or stop playing Wuthering Waves today? Those are my only 2 options. Because I'm done building my character. I'm done testing them out. I've already done that. Because it didn't take a lot of time to do that in this game. And so most of your time, obviously, until whatever the next fucking thing is coming out. Until the next fucking thing is coming out, which is like whatever. Like, okay, just look over here, bro. That's all I can do. But once I'm done with the story, it's literally, we're just back into dailies. And guys, there are people that are done with the story already. And so they're actually back in 3.5 then. If you finish the story and you've completed it, you're now back in 3.5. There's nothing to do in the patch anymore. Except maybe the hologram, and that's it. How do you do that, bro? When we're already on one of the craziest downturns the game has been in. You know what? I need to see the Steam charts, bro. I need to see the Steam charts, bro. What is happening with this title? Just fucking pack it up, boys. Just fucking bin it. Bro, just fucking put it in the fucking bin. What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is this? Bro, you fucked up. You idiots. What are you fucking doing, you dumbasses? Bro, nobody wants to play this fucking shit. I want to turn the game off. Bro, I want to turn the game off. Because it's story or do nothing, and people don't just want to be like, all right, I'm going to buckle in. I'm going to lock in for 5 hours on a fucking Thursday. Yeah, let me just lock in for 5 hours on a weekday. Dude, it's a weekday, bro. People got like work and school and shit. Wait, I'm just gonna sit down and play a 5-hour story? Wait, people don't have 5 hours of free time on the weekday, bro. Why don't you give them something to fucking do? Because this is a gacha game where the typical playtime is like daily is like 30 minutes to an hour. There's nothing to do in the game for 30 minutes to an hour. What, you gonna play 30 minutes of the story, log off, be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read my book. I'm only gonna read 2 pages though, and then I'm gonna put it down. Who does that? Well, go play 10 minutes of the story, then log off? Then go play 10 more minutes to... Who the fuck does that? Because that's really just, bro, bro, and this is the thing, guys. I'm not pissed at the events. I'm not pissed at the number of events. I'm pissed at the fact that they decided, hey, even with all these events, we're going to give people nothing. Bro, we have been starving since 3.5 second half began. And we're still starving now, and you're like, hey, we got food for you later, but like, I'm gonna wait until you're like... I was gonna say something, but then it was like, it would have been considered slightly offensive, but it is accurate. We're gonna wait until you look like Skeletor until we give you a fucking crumb. Because that's what it feels like right now, bro. Like, bro, they're giving us all eating disorders out here. That's gonna offend some people, but like they're if you have an ED, it's like you're not like threatening, right? So because you're like you get what's... I'm not scared of them. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, right? Like think about it this way. I would not want to make fun of bodybuilders because then they could beat me up. If you make fun of people with an eating disorder, it's like, well, they can't really do anything, right? They can't really like do anything because they have no nutrition. So you get what it's like, running away from a fat person. You get it, right? That's what it feels like is happening to us. We're being like conditioned to accept nothing. And that's what I don't want to happen to the player base, for them to be conditioned into accepting the HSRification of this game. There needs to be a big level of feedback for whatever the fuck they decided to do at the end of 3.5 and the start of 3.6. There really needs to be a big discussion internally about why they decided to sabotage this region. That's what it feels like. This region got fucking sabotaged with one of the like worst... If you guys are still saying the introduction story was good for this region, even though we're in now the most dead patch in the period of the game, I don't know what else to say other than maybe go get your brain damage inspected. Is it fair to say that 3.5 has killed the game? Now, can we say 3.5 killed it now? Can we say 3.5 did some damage now? Can we say it did damage now? Was Saint right the whole time? This was not a good region introduction. And the end result is that the 3.6 patch is heavily suffering. Oh, okay. All right. We can all agree now, right? Because that's what happened, bro. We are fucked. And they're doing absolutely nothing to right the ship. We are on a downtrend, and there was nothing done to right the ship. It only made the downtrend worse. We were already not in a good spot, and there is no chance of it improving. And it's just going to be like this for another 48 hours. And God forbid this event is bad. God forbid this event is bad. If this event is bad, we are fucked. Because then that's the only thing left. And if it's not good, then what do we have? Do you see how, like, everything now hinges on a fucking mini game? An alternative game mode. Because there's nothing else in the fucking update, bro. They're not pushing anything up. Look, it's fucking 20 days until co-op holograms, bro. 20 fucking days. So it's like, if you don't like this, well, I hope you like the glitch event or the music one. Because that's the only other stuff you have left in the first half. The glitch event and music. As you can tell, I'm a little bit upset that I logged in yesterday at the release of the patch and saw this. And then I log in this morning and this is what I see. Just play other games. How about this? I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you for as long as this suggestion has been here. The game's been dead since Wuwa 3.5 second half. It's been 3 weeks. So how about you watch another stream for 3 weeks? Because that's the same amount of time that this game's been dead. And you've been asked to play other stuff. Is that fair? Do you like that idea? Do you like that? Does that sound like a good idea? Because it's been dead since 3.5 second half, and your suggestion literally is, that's been the suggestion since 3.5 second half. So it probably is fair to ban you for 3 weeks, right? Because you're basically telling me, oh yeah, just keep doing what you've been doing for 3 weeks. Just do it again. That's a retarded suggestion, isn't it? So I'm not going to actually do that because I think you've seen the reasoning now of like why what you said is like so tilting. Because what you said is incredibly frustrating. You're telling people to keep enduring, to keep doing what they've been doing for 3 weeks. Do you want to see what the shit I've been playing? Bro, this is the fucking thing. I have the literal stats. Bro, I have the fucking stats, bro. What do you see here? Hey, I'm gonna take a screenshot. What do you see here? What do you see here on my Steam? This is what I've been playing instead. Literally, I've been playing this shit instead. That's what we've been doing since 3.5, since it sucked ass. And now 3.6's first half sucks ass too. So what's the problem? Okay, you know what, Razor, you got some retarded chatters, okay? I'm just gonna... So what's... The problem is you're retarded. What the fuck? Bro, I just said I've been doing that for 3 weeks, and so I don't want to do that again. I just said I was doing that for 3 weeks. Like, I just told you, this is what I've been doing for 3 weeks. I would like it to stop. And you're like, well, why don't you just keep doing it? Are you dumb? These guys are going to tell you, why don't you just play other games? And you show them proof that you've been playing other games. So what's the problem? I've been playing other games for 3 weeks, you fucking retarded moron. And now that the new patch has arrived, the new update has arrived, where you would expect there be fucking things to do, there's nothing. And now you're telling me to just go back to playing other games again? This is how, ladies and gentlemen, your game becomes HSR. Where your retarded community just pats themselves on the back and they're like, well, Hoya's just working hard on playing Arcadia and Amphorius, so it's okay if they only have 1 or 2 events. Yeah, they're working really hard on Amphorius. Yeah, look at how that one played out. Yeah, they're working really hard on playing Arcadia. Yeah, that's why the story's going so well. Yeah, sorry, they're just redesigning Japan 40 times. Shut the fuck up and stop excusing devs half-assing a patch. Shut the fuck up and stop excusing devs taking a shit on scheduling and ruining the update. Because that's what this is. This update is ruined by scheduling. Because this? Oh god! This is really bad. This is like insanely bad for a Wuwa patch. You do realize this is approaching soy levels, right? The first half unit has soy. Bro, soy peaked at fucking... We're already below it. We're fucking 19k on release day. We're at 19k on release day of the patch. This is day 1 of the update. At least we're higher than 3.2, right? But this is the lowest it's been since the anniversary. Because the anniversary brought in a lot of players. So did Cyberpunk, and we just been losing them... ever since. That's all we've been doing, bro. It's ever since Meng Zhou began, we've just been losing all the players that we got over here. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And now the last bit that I want to talk about over here. I literally think this unit's kit got sandbagged. I legitimately think her kit actually got sandbagged to sell scene. I am not lying for the perspective of, I think they didn't do as much with her visuals, didn't do as much with like her kit design, toned down the sort of like awe and like the shock and awe of like her moveset to sell scene. Because otherwise she would have overshadowed her, because she does crazier shit in the cutscene than she does anything with her fucking kit. Right? Like, bro, she kind of just looks like a Cart and Ibeth ult and Jinxie slapped together while she's like God in cutscenes. And to me, it really just feels like her appeal was literally toned down to sell scene and build up hype for 3.7. And part of me is thinking this patch is like low-key getting sabotaged with the scheduling and shit to also like sell 3.7 in seed and all of that. This is just my perspective. The downfall is insane. It's extremely obvious. 24-hour peak at 26k versus 40. Bro, what? Bro, we're down 14k. We're down 14k from the last patch. I don't know how you do that unless this patch was fucked up and this patch is kind of fucked up too. Like the last two patches had to be fucked up for you to have a 14k drop. And the sooner we recognize that, we give the feedback that something needs to change, because this is unacceptable. Bro, this is truly unacceptable. If they like how would you feel if this was every patch? Great, you're now an HSR player. You cannot accept this as a player unless you want this in the future moving forward. This is pathetic. And the fact it's going to be like this for another 2 fucking days is even more pathetic. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that is some fucking buns, bro. Yeah, I don't know how anyone can defend this. You can't defend this unless you're a LARPer, because then you can't defend this if you played 3.5 second half. Because you just were on a dry period. And so now you're going from one dry period to another dry period. It's unacceptable as a player. And the only people that don't realize this are the LARPers that didn't even play this patch. The LARPers that didn't play last patch are the only ones defending this. Because if you were playing 3.5 daily, you were suffering already, and now you're suffering even more, bro. You're fucking suffering even more, bro. So yeah, views and stuff aren't good. It is what it is. I hope they write this fucking... I hope they figure this shit out soon, bro. Mengzhou is a fucking disaster. The China curse is real. Nah, the China curse is real. Mengzhou is like... I think Mengzhou is officially a disaster. Yeah, there's not too much to do over here. Yeah, no, they done fucked it up. I knew I was right. Man, it's like for some reason after I played the Mengzhou, the 3.5 story quest, I was like, this shit is gonna suck ass, isn't it? I was like, I knew this shit was good. I knew there was gonna be some. After I finished the 3.5 quest, I was like, I low-key had no faith. I low-key had like no fucking faith, because like there was just something deeply wrong with that fucking shit. There was some deeply wrong fucking shit with it. And the amount of like defense I saw was just like, yeah, you wouldn't be defending it this much if it was actually good. You guys would not be defending this shit quest this fucking much if it was actually good. There's too many things to point out that are wrong with it, and the defense is way too shitty. This is what I bet is going on. I think they got a B team to come in for the 3.x story, and they actually got like the actual good writers working on 4.x. That's what I think is going. I think they got like the literal like fucking, not even the B team, bro. They got the fucking C team. They got the fucking C team to go do the Mengzhou story, and then the real writers are working on 4.x in the new fet. Bro, I actually think this entire arc is filler. Bro, how about this? Mengzhou is the filler arc. This is a filler region. I bet this is what I fucking bet, bro. I would not be surprised if 4.x's story, it's low-key, it's like you could skip Mengzhou and it wouldn't matter. I bet that. I bet 4.x is going to be written in a way where, like, if you just skip Mengzhou and get, like, a summary, it's fine. You don't even need to play it. I bet the expectation is that you just skip this entire fucking region. I bet people will say just skip the region. Yeah, it's like it's the fucking Bounto filler arc, bro. I could comfortably, obviously we're gonna have to wait until 3.7 to fully land, but like, dude, I don't know how they fucked this shit up so bad. I really don't. 3.6 story was way better than 3.5. Why isn't, oh, but it's just, but suddenly the 3.6 story is way better than 3.5, but nobody's watching or playing 3.6. So like, was Saint just right that 3.5 was bad the whole fucking time? And so this is the thing. I'm pissed mostly because we're going from one dead end of the patch into a dead start of another. That's my issue. They went from a dead end of one patch to the dead start of another. Why the fuck would people do that? Why the fuck would they do that? The 3.5 story wasn't bad. It was turbo mid. Safe to say it was turbo mid. But everyone was talking about it like it was fucking God's gift to gacha gaming. Bro, we had Gacha Smack saying it was the best shit ever. You had fucking Ryuku say it's the best shit ever. Fucking Marco said it was the best shit ever. Who said it was, who didn't say it was the best shit ever? Literally, bro, I think every CC was just glorping the shit out of that story. I did not see a single fucking person say the truth. I swear to God. I think it was Jadalee. She was like, yeah, this shit was low-key slow, bro. Best introductory quest. Bro, why is the region performing like shit then? Why is it just performing like shit then, bro? Explain that fucking shit to me then. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. All right. They like trash? I think this just does this prove Saint is the only valid critic in the gacha space? Because he's the only one willing to say something is bad when it's actually bad. I guess that's just proof. Yeah, since I was the only person that decided to actually say that I feel like the only real critic. It just feels like everyone else is like is taking this very unseriously. Yeah, it feels like everyone else, like with the amount of glazing, they just seem unserious, bro. Like I cannot take you seriously at all. Like I can't take your critique. Like I think you're clowning around, bro. If you thought that story was good, legitimately. That's it, bro. That's it. I don't care anymore. You're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. And if I'm not wrong, prove me wrong. Because as far as I'm concerned, every number, every metric ever since 3.5 began has been some saying I was completely correct. That I was completely right. Muyu's a shit villain. The village was a waste of fucking time. The world building was dog ass and unrelated to anything else. The village was literally just there to just be a fucking like yang BDSM mind bondage. It was the worst fucking song ever. I'm good, bro. Yeah, fuck off, bro. Nah, I was completely right. No, the whole fucking time. The whole fucking time. But this is the unfortunate thing. It sucks for me to be right because the game's dying. But it is what it is, right? I guess that just goes to show, yeah, fuck it. I'll farm the game dying too, bro. What do you want me to do about it? Hey, I gotta go both ways. If the devs be acting retarded, I'll make money off of it too, bro. If the devs be doing some dumb shit, I will farm that as well, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? Mangzhou has been a complete failure. A complete disaster. And I said it was going to be after that story. You farmed 2.7? Oh, I 100% did. Oh, I farmed the fuck out of 2.7. Oh, I gave them some serious shit for that dog shit version. Oh, they fucked that one up. This could potentially be worse though. Because the start of this patch is unforgivable. It is unforgivable. I just want to tell you that. It is unfucking forgivable. All right. Now let's get this one going. Kuro messed up 3.6. That's a good one for afternoon today, 100%. Now I got the Prydwen tier list review. Let's get this one ready. Let's get going. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another Prydwen tier list review. And of course, the feature of this review is of course going to be the newest addition to the roster, none other than Qingxiao. Because, well, she's in the game now alongside her two massive cannons and bunch of swords and stuff like that. And I've had the opportunity to play around with this character, test her out in a bunch of different contexts. Just check out my first impressions video. And so I'm excited to see where she's landed, where she's being rated, and of course, just how accurate and comprehensive the breakdown for Prydwen is by looking at her on the tier list and, of course, looking at her review page as well. And naturally, we're going to be able to see how a bunch of other characters on the roster have either shifted up or down after her addition and, you know, maybe give some polling advice, some recommendations, especially on the banners as we move forward from there. So let's go ahead, get right on into it. All right, now that's going to be the spot for, like, the sponsor. Yeah, we're doing a lot more sponsored videos now, but it's don't worry, it's just low scope stuff. All right, so now first things first, we got to go ahead and take a look at the changelog. So let's start off with the TOA 2008-2026. Man, I feel European. Oh, my IQ just dropped 10 points. Anyways, oh, sorry, that's just me making fun of people that make fun of the date, because I think that if you get offended by me making jokes about the date, your IQ probably is lowered by 10 points at default. And look at the number of Europeans that immediately wrote a message in chat because I highlighted the date. Why do you think that I make that joke every single time? Because I know you guys are so easy to trigger. I just need to point out numbers and you get mad. Like, what's wrong with you? All right, now we got Qingxiao added as a tier 0 DPS. Qingxiao is without a doubt in her best team, one of the new top DPS releases in the game in bossing content. As expected from a new release, not much down here. So this is sort of like the situation. I think Prydwen is actually heavily underestimating her abilities in AoE. Maybe I like found out a new rotation or like a new tech or something like that, but I've gotten really good results with her in AoE content as well. So maybe that's where we're going to have a bit of a slight disagreement. We'll see from there. Luke Herson in the TOA side is also going to be placed on the watch list to be moved down. And I think this is somewhat fair, but you also got to recognize Luke is also the best Spectro character in the game. And so I don't know if attributes really have that much of an importance in necessarily like ratings and stuff like that. But 100%, I do feel like Qingxiao does a little bit more damage than he does, but I do feel like Luke Herson has way more advantages on like the team building side, as well as the flexibility side and the free-to-play side and the weapon side and all of that stuff too. So if you could like have like a band, right? This is like free-to-play Luke and then premium Luke, right? They're like this far apart. This is like premium Qingxiao, and then this is like free-to-play Qingxiao. It's like oceans apart. Yeah, like that is like the difference between free-to-play and premium Qingxiao. This is like the difference between free-to-play and Luke, or free-to-play and premium Luke. You get it, like you get the vibe, right? So one's got advantages that the other doesn't. One's an expensive hoe and the other isn't. I'm not going to pin names on the other, so I don't. You can decide who's the hoe and who's not. All right, so yeah, he is going to be on the place. He's going to be placed on the watch list down though because of that. We now have 6 DPS characters in tier 0, which is a lot, but also shows how balanced Wuwa is. Basically, you can, on any boss that isn't resistant to an attribute, you can bring about 10, 11, 12 teams into it and clear it pretty easily. That's basically what this is saying. Nonetheless, Luke is the worst DPS in tier 0 by a slightly noticeable... You see why he's on the watch list? Because he's like... 2, 3, 4, 5% worse than the other characters. So it's like it's so unnoticeable that there will not be a difference in the content you can clear and the content you can't clear. The difference will be like literally seconds, and the seconds can be made up for with better builds and better gameplay, right? That's like kind of it. It's not necessarily the most exciting thing in the game for every single character to do the same damage. Same amount of damage, right? Some do more, some do less, some are easier to play, some have more survivability and stuff like that. I think we all kind of like get what's going on. Some are automatic. Some aren't. You get what's going on. Qingxiao is a little bit more on the not too riveting, exciting gameplay side. So the fact that her gameplay is so basic could be a reason for why people don't actually like playing her. Imagine if you just had a unit in this game, you pressed one button and it deleted the enemy. That would be tier 0. That'd be meta. That'd be strong. But would you play that every single endgame? Would you play that every single reset if you just pressed one button and deleted every enemy? Probably not. Right? You get what's going on here. So yeah, this slight gap alongside the Toonstrain archetype recently being taken over by Qingxiao in terms of performance ceiling may result in him dropping down to tier 0.5. So yeah, it's like him dropping down half a place is not really that significant. He's still very good. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the full TOA tier list and see just how stuff has shifted. All right, so now we are comfortably at 6 tier 0 DPSs, ladies and gentlemen. And they all happen to be DPSs that came out in the Lahairoi 3.x arc. And this is the thing. They all roughly deal within like 5% damage of each other. They also happen to share a bunch of teammates too. And I think what's kind of like obvious over here is that they don't exceed the damage ceiling of these tier 1 characters particularly too much. They are stronger, but I think a lot of people are still having a great time with people in these buckets. The reality, though, is that we haven't really gotten any new standout releases that are causing any of these recent characters to, like, kick the bucket or not be good. And yes, Luke is looking to be bumped down a little bit. That's because in these kind of, like, areas over here, you have a bunch of different archetypes for teams. Toonstrain is going to be the only archetype that happens to have 2 DPSs, and so I think they're simply just choosing the one that does slightly more damage than the other. But this is also the other thing. I personally think you might enjoy playing Luke more than Qingxiao in most situations, because Qingxiao is a little bit boring. Her gameplay kind of is. A part of her rotation is literally just you holding down the left mouse button. Actually, 90% of her rotation is you holding down the left mouse button. I'm not joking, and that's the optimal one to play. Luke at least has to alternate button presses and has, like, combos and stuff, and, like, scythe and, like, the parrying and the... You get what's going on over here. I'm basically saying having 6 tier 0 DPSs, having a top-heavy tier list is unironically probably the most player-friendly one you can have. Why? Because these characters have been the ones rerunning the most. And so they're the ones that people are the most likely to have. And as a result, they haven't power crept any of the units most people are likely to have. And I think that's just kind of like what's going on right now, right? That's just kind of like the situation. And so if we ever do get a phase where all of these guys get bumped down and then there's a new tier 0, then I think we have a bit of a disaster. Then I think we have a bit of a situation, and then I think we have a conversation. But if, like, the next 5 character releases are all in here, I don't think anyone necessarily is complaining too much, right? So let's go ahead. Let's go down, take a look at the hybrid characters now. Okay, so in here you're gonna have Denya, Lucilla, Lene, and Chuyan. Let me see here. Part of me is thinking that, like, part of me is thinking that I don't think Lene can be bumped down until Imeth is like, Because I'm not going to lie, I only see myself realistically using Lene with, like, Imeth in most situations now. That's kind of like the thing. Yeah, it's like Imeth most of the time now. I don't really use her anywhere else. And I guess it's weird that I see 6 characters over here and then only 4 sub DPSs. But it's not, I guess it's not wrong because Daniel supported like fucking 17 characters on here. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it's fine for now. Yeah, I guess it's fine for now. No, it's just these characters are just very good. Yeah, like all 4 of these characters are just extremely good. Yeah, you can't really go wrong pulling these guys. And now you got support. Okay. I think this is what the thing is. Maybe Chisa also needs to be in the hybrid category if she's with Yang Yang Xuan Ling. Because as far as I'm concerned, maybe it looks like there's just not going to be a Havoc Bane. Maybe there's just not going to be a Havoc Bane character for Yang Yang. Like, I guess that's the weird part, is that she's got to use this fucking, like, weirdo freak healer that, like, isn't really even a damage dealer as, like, her sub DPS just for Havoc Bane stacks. It sounds stupid to me, but it is what it is, right? So... yeah, like, I don't know. It's like, this, obviously, because she plays the hybrid role on Yang Yang's team, so maybe she should be, I don't know. You get it. And now in Tier 0, we're going to have Mornye, fair, fine. Chisa, fair, fine. Soy Soy, fair, fine. And then Shorekeeper. This is what I can safely say. Shorekeeper only really has one team on here. And that's with Sigrika. Oh, but Shorekeeper is probably going to be good with Yuno and Jingran. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, maybe she gets to stay up there. Or maybe she will be up there in probably the second half of the patch when Jingran comes in. Okay, Tier 0 to me looks pretty fair. Now let's look at Tier 0.5. Verita being there, Verita being there is good. Now we got Rebecca, Lupa, and Chikona. I think Lupa, honestly, could have been bumped down to probably Tier 1. This is my personal take. I think Lupa is really... you're not ever really using her anymore. Because the only team... Like who are you using Lupa with? Imeth? Lupa is on Imeth's worst teams. Like, if you could have a limited premium team, Lupa's on Imeth's worst teams. Galbreda. Okay, great. Galbreda's down here, so why is she up there? This is where Galbreda is. So like, yeah, I think she should be bumped down. I think you're only running Giga budget Imeth teams with her, and if Arita's down here, who you run Giga budget teams with, yeah, I think you can take her down. For Lova. Am I the only one that thinks Frolova's damage in TOA is not really that good? Like maybe I'm completely tripping balls, but like I feel like she's not really that good in TOA. Like she's good in Wii, but she's like not good in TOA. That's what I think. I don't think she is. Yuno. I feel like Yuno needs to be bumped down severely on the basis of opportunity costs. Because, like, if you are ever playing Yuno as a main DPS, you are griefing so hard somewhere else on your roster. Right? Like playing this character as a DPS means you're griefing somewhere else. But I guess it's, like, technically... I don't know. It's because you got to use, like, Lene with her or some shit. It's a little... It's kind of not really that good. I guess this placement, I feel like her and Augusta should just trade places. I feel like Augusta's pretty good. I feel like Augusta's pretty decent. I don't know. I feel like she doesn't need to be like Tier 1 low. Maybe Galbreda can be bumped up too. Maybe Galbreda and Yuno, or Augusta and Galbreda can trade places with Yuno and Frolova. I feel like that might actually be a little bit better. Carlotta and Lucy, though, I think that's fair. And then Yuno being down here, she's going to get bumped up next patch, so it doesn't matter. And then Chakota being here, I think Chakota need to be bumped down. And I think Rebecca's good there. Air Rover's fine there. And then you got Brant, Gian, Phoebe, and Zani. I think this is like the clears with a little bit of juice and sweat category in Hazard 4. I think these are teams that can clear at Hazard floor, but you got to be a little bit sweat. I don't think Phoebe has it, bro. I don't think Phoebe can do tier 1.5. I would be honest. I haven't seen a Phoebe DPS in 3 years. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that in. I don't think any of us have seen a Phoebe DPS in 3 years. Then you got Brant over there, Mortefi. Mortefi got to be bumped up. I'm sorry. He needs to be tier 1 minimum. He's too good with Yang Yang. Sorry, Mortefi's too good. He needs to be bumped up. I'm sorry. He's an incredibly powerful character. He's too strong right now. He can't be. Nah, he can't be. Right? He's better with Yang Yang than Yuno is. He's better with Yang Yang than Yuno is. He need to be bumped up. I don't know how he's down here. He's really good with this character. They fuck everything in the game. How is he only tier 1? I don't get that. So yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go up. And they got Spectre. Okay. This is just the cancer comp. Okay, fine. And I got tier 2. Yeah, these guys are fucked. Yeah, these guys actually can't clear floor 4 anymore. Yeah, basically, when you get down to here, these are team comps that just never clear floor 4. Sorry. That's just what it is, right? Like, none of these characters are seen in floor 4, except maybe Bu Ling once in a while because she has negative statuses. Yeah, this is the 07 tier. I think that's fair. Yeah, no, it literally is the 07 tier. You do see none of these guys anymore. I think that's what it is. This is like the end game cutoff. Below here, you're really not seeing them no more. I think that's fair, actually. That's accurate. Now let's take a look at Whiwa. All right. This is like it where there's going to be a lot of disagreements. But agreements, though. Yang Yang Zhuan Ling. Yang Yang, tier 0 to tier 1. Thank God. She was overrated like crazy, bro. I was not able to get, like, higher than, like, a 2.2k on her playing like a fucking freak. She's bad. We are addressing this before Qingxiao's placement. Yang Yang's placement was overrated on release. It was expected from Lover Sagrika teams that she would perform very strongly alongside her. However, not only do we realize Sagrika is a stronger overall character for dual DPS, but Yang Yang Zhuan Ling is also more comparable to Augusta. No, she's more comparable to fucking Luke Herson, bro. She sucks ass. Bro, Yang Yang is fucking dog shit. She's literally at, like, I think she's, like, tier 2. I think she should be lower than this. Than any of the top tiers in her hypercarry composition. This resulted in her dropping down 2 tiers. Bro, she's ass. I think you didn't drop her enough. She's fucking dog shit. I hate the unit there. Holy shit. Disgusting. Anyways. Qingxiao, added as a tier 1 DPS with the partner Denya tag. She's a mid-air combat focused character alongside her being part of the Toon Strain archetype. In case a reminder is needed, Luke is the exact same. And Qingxiao is not only is a part of the same archetype. This is the thing. Qingxiao's AoE and grouping are so much better than Luke's. I think they're going too much with Luke's performance. Qingxiao, to me, is a tier 0.5 with no Denya partner tag. The reason is very simple. I think there's a thing called the anti-partner tag in Whiwa, whereby putting certain units into your team comp makes your team not clear. It's not the issue of another teammate being better. It's the issue of a teammate being so bad, it griefs your comp. And this is going to be this is going to be my example of a Whiwa griefer. This goofy bitch. Fuck this bitch. I hate her so much in Whiwa. You use her kit and the enemies are ungrouped. You use her kit and you've lost like 5 seconds of clear time. That's what it feels like. You do her rotation and she ungroups the enemy so badly, your clear time is worse as a result. You've lost like 100, 200 points. You realize this, right? After you use her a single time. This unit also actively griefs your Whiwa runs. And unfortunately for Qingxiao, this is the situation. Qingxiao has 2 sub DPSs, and if you don't use them, you are fucked. And these are Qingxiao sub DPSs. Are you ready? Denya and Lene. When one of them is so bad that they make your comp worse for running them, then yes, it kind of seems like you have the partner tag, right? But the reality is Qingxiao doesn't need Denya in particular. She just needs Toon Strain support because the other character is so dog shit, she might as well not be an option. And that's the issue. It's not so much the partner tag for Qingxiao, it's that Lene is so bad that Denya is really the only option to clear with. Because I've been able to reliably get right, in this team over here, I've been able to reliably get 3K on a purple token every time on side 1. You want the proof? I'll show you the proof, brother. Oh, shit. I didn't finalize the results because I was only doing one side. Give me 1 second. I'll show you the proof, brother. I'm getting it. Chill. We're still using Lene there. Sorry, this is from our VOD earlier today.
The sky.
Bro, that shit was not spawning.
One strike.
I got a little frustrated, but you can see what's going on. If I'm reliably getting scores like this on like my first time ever playing the unit, purple token, that's tier 0.5 performance to me. I consider this to be tier 0.5 performance to me. Because that's just what was going on. I was using a 4-4-1-1-1 build to have 100% crit rate. But guys, I did this like twice. I did it twice. And this is what happened on this run. Take a look at this. I think she might actually be high tier. Look at my ult. I think she might actually be... We hit nothing. We hit air. Tier. Yeah. And so if I save my ult for them, right? Maybe they die, blah, blah, blah. I'm at 3K. You see what's going on, right? I think this unit is actually too good to be just tier 1. I don't think that's just tier 1 performance. I think that's actually better. And so, yeah. That's why I'm rating her a bit higher on my end. And you can go check out the first impressions yourself to see, well, is she actually that bad? I don't think so. So yeah, their summary is, overall, she's essentially just Luke with higher damage ceiling in this game mode, including a reliance on Denya for constant off-field grouping. So she's expectedly 1 tier above him with a shared partner tag. I don't think so. I think she's tier 0.5 easy. And you could technically put the partner tag, but I think her personal grouping is so good, it doesn't really matter. And I think the real issue is using her with Lene actively ungroups the enemies and makes her worse as a character. Here's an example. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just look at what this fucking idiot does here. What is that score? Yeah, I don't know. It feels like, yeah, the Lene situation is a little bit rough, bro. The Lene situation is a little bit rough, bro. Bro. The enemy have their 15 mind lock, though. That's why there's a partner tag, bro. Because you just use the character's kit. Then Qingxiao enters the field, and this is what it looks like. That's not good, obviously, in the AoE game mode, right? That's really bad. And so that's why Qingxiao has some complications in Whimpering Ways. Hopefully you guys understand now. Okay, for Lova. Bump down. Whoa. We're going to be spending a lot of time on Whiwa. It's the end of a long-time reign for the Whimpering Waste Queen. Filova is still one of the best Whiwa DPS characters. However, HP has inflated to a point where consistent but lower overall damage output, despite her insane crowd control abilities, still the best in the game, by the way, isn't enough to keep her afloat in the top tier. She's still going to butt-fuck the game mode, but she's not going to get 4K by herself anymore. Nobody in the game is getting 4K by themselves anymore. And so she truly is still one of the best characters in the game, but Sigrika's better. Because Sigrika has some of the most spaced out nukes I've ever seen. And she has abilities that hit multiple times. It can wipe 2 waves at once. And there's not really any other character in the game that can do that. So yeah, she's still a part of the Apex character bracket and has room to stay there. But as HP inflates more in the game mode, the more she's going to be dropping down like any other character. And now Rebecca. She dropped down because her Yang Yang sucks dick, and she was only in there for Yang Yang. And so she could go to tier 2. Now let's take a look at the change log, because stuff's going to be looking a little bit crazy. Y'all ready? That was TOA. Whimpering Waste. Yeah, it's just her. Yep, it's just... Sigrika is, I think, officially now the best character in the game. Literally, I think she actually is. They somehow have changed... They have done so much to the game's meta that this bitch, this goofy bitch is now the best character in the game. And this is the thing. They're not wrong. I do think she is. I think she is objectively the best character in the game, but it's funny as fuck that the patch that Qingxiao, another arrow DPS, comes out is where that gets revealed. This unit basically clears Whiwa with her eyes closed. And the only thing you have to make sure of is that you press the nuke button when there's enemies on the screen with HP. The only thing you actively need to avoid with this character is using her biggest nukes when there's no enemies. And that's it. The character is extremely strong, extremely good, and extremely consistent. Don't know what else to say. That's why both of her supports are here as well. And that's why Chuyan is here, because she's the best character in the game. Now, you got tier 0.5. I think just bump Hiyuki up here and get rid of her expert tag. I think the character fucks the game mode. Just using Lucilla, Soy Soy, and like just doing that, you get like 3k, bro, with a purple token. You get like 3 point something K with a purple token. I don't really see what's going on here. I play this team, Soy Soy, Lucilla, Hiyuki. I just do regular ass rotations on a purple token to get 3.5. Expert for who? Like, are we just LARPing because she's like a little bit like Virgil, and so we're gonna pretend she's complicated? That's what it feels like. It feels like we're just like LARPing. Oh, well, actually, you need to study the blade. You need to study the blade, right? Like, shut up, bro. Like, no, bro, she's not that complicated. She's actually very easy. You don't need to do a fucking 4 yai rotation to get good clears in Whiwa, bro. You don't fucking need that. Just stop this cosplaying shit. She's not complicated. We're just pretending here. It's embarrassing. Expert tag, though, for Imith. I think Fusion Burst Imith and Whiwa is kind of overrated. I don't think it's actually like... I don't think it's like... I quick swap with it. I don't think it's even stronger than Sigrika. Like, I think quick swapped, it's like... I think this is the thing. If you don't quick swap Imith, I think she's like tier 1. If you don't, I think it's tier 1 with the expert tag. Low key. That's what the Fusion Burst one kind of feels like to me. Tier 1 with the expert tag, because if you don't quick swap in the Chisa Denya Fusion Burst, I think it's bad. I've been getting 3k with just a 1-2-3. Great. Hiyuki gets a 3.3k with the 1-2-3. That's the truth. Hiyuki gets way higher, right? 1-2-3 purple token than Fusion Birth Ibis does. And it feels like she needs to quick swap to get to Hiyuki's 1-2-3 numbers. I would bump her down. Keep the expert tag, though. That's personally what I would do. And remove the expert tag from Hiyuki. Denya, though, I would actually bump her up to tier 0 because I would bump up Qingxiao to tier 0.5. That's what I would do. Move her up, and move her up. Because Qingxiao is... Bro, I'll just play the run for you. Bro, how about that? Let me just play the fucking run for you so I can show you how good she is. Tie-grouping, everybody. Come on. Oh, not this bitch. Never mind. That run's gonna suck. That run's gonna suck because that character sucks. All right, let's see what happened. Let's see how I got a 29-30 clear. Oh, wait, I gotta show the intro. That's complicated. 30? Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's huge. Wait, what the hell was that? Okay. Let's start it here. 4 seconds in. This is her grouping without Denya, by the way. Oh, wait. Let's slow down a little bit so you can see that Denya's field is not up. Big issue for me. So, the big thing about Denya's grouping is that it's only on her ultimate. We don't even use it. This is just Qingxiao's built-in grouping. This is all her. There is no help from anybody on the team for this grouping. It's all her. Yeah, no, I mean, her AoE looks like it's actually pretty solid.
Rising steel.
And
Alright,
yes,
did
I
that
need to
just
like
not
finish
do
off this
anything?
last
What's
guy.
going
It's a
on
little
here?
bit annoying. But now I get to just drop
Like,
an ult.
sometimes
It's good, sometimes it's inconsistent. I don't know what happened there though. That's a big ult too.
Master control. Order X authorizing maximum output.
Her bubble groups. Yes, oh yes, her bubble groups, bro, but does it group for 10 seconds? Her bubble groups them for one fucking tick. Obviously, you need to keep grouping them with your attacks to keep them grouped for 10 whole fucking seconds. Yeah, so like, yeah, that's okay. That seems better on the ER side. I think this clear might be good. And so this attack from Denya, this second ult groups every 4 seconds. And this is the one that's more permanent right here. This one will group enemies into the middle of that thing every couple of seconds. However, Qingxiao doesn't even need that because her built-in grouping is so good. So really, the grouping part of Denya actually doesn't do a lot for her in this game mode, as you can see right here. They're already dead. What is there to group? And watch this one.
Cleanse the filth.
Goodbye. Fresh wave, right? And yes, the grouping does help out a little bit over here, but it's not like you really even needed it in this situation. You don't need a group when you're on Mornye against a bunch of forecasts. You might be pleasantly surprised at how good this character is in Whiwa. But if you're not, I think you're going to run into some big issues. But I think simply being 4-3-3 or 4-4-1-1-1 will be enough to like... Okay, how does she not have the energy, bro? What? Guys, and this is what I mean by this run could easily get 3K. If I was more used to like the ER requirements in the team, like playing it, rotating through it, this is only my second time playing it. What even happened there? I'm like asking questions about like, oh, how I'm like missing some ER and stuff. So even with these like little micro pauses that are obviously eating into my score, I'm getting 3K. Like, look at, I don't see how this character is anything other than like kind of good. Look at it. Boom, right. Just watch this.
Purge the realm.
Deleted. Deleted. Deleted.
Access confirmed. Order X authorizing maximum output.
This to me looks like a tier 0.5 unit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. I feel like I'm kind of fucking shit up. Look, I even get hit there like that. So really, realistically, if I were to have as much experience on this team as I might have with the Hyuki team, I think I might get 3.2, 3.3. Oh, Denya's grouping actually like kind of isn't even doing anything there. And there you go. Boom. And our ultra skill missed there. But that's the run. And when you look at that, I truly do think she's way better than Yang Yang. Obviously better than Augusta. I think she's tier 0.5. Her grouping is so built in and good. As long as you don't have Lene there to fuck you, I think she can group them by herself. And so I don't think it's a partner tag for Denya. I think it's a anti-Lene synergy because this character, as you saw, her grouping is Qingxiao's grouping is useless if Qingxiao intros in and the enemies are fucking in a bounce party, bro. Because this goofy bitch just keeps ungrouping everybody. And her damage split seems good. And I also mentioned this. Because Qingxiao doesn't have a damage type, she can do chip damage with everything. The basic attacks she's doing when she's in her enhanced state, the basics that she does in like her regular state, they can all deal chip damage as well to clear waves just for that little extra push. It's not like playing fucking Tomb Break Imith where none of your abilities do anything except your enhanced skill and your ult and your enhanced heavy attack. You ever try to deal chip damage with this character? No, you have to nuke them or you are not doing anything, bitch. You have to use one of your nukes or you're fucked. This character doesn't have that debuff. And I think as a result, right, you ever been on Hiyuki and you used your heavy attack when you didn't want to, because otherwise you might have to spam, you know, an attack that's maybe not good? Or you used a Yai on just like one enemy for speed? It's stuff like that. Qingxiao also gets to sort of like muscle through some of that chip damage as well because of her split damage typing. So yeah, honestly, I think she should be higher. Now though, on this side, Soy Soy is up here. I think Soy Soy needs to drop down. Actually, no. Soy Soy is good enough with Hiyuki to not drop down. Yeah, no. Soy Soy is good enough with Hiyuki to not drop down. And if Yang Yang was better, I could see her being an S. But yeah, no. Yang Yang is so bad. And that's... I think when Scene comes out, Soy Soy will probably be tier 0. But yeah. And Shorekeeper... Who's playing Shorekeeper teams in... Who's really playing Shorekeeper teams in Whiwa nowadays? Oh, I guess, yeah, Shigarika has a Shorekeeper team. That's good, actually. All right. Augusta. Low-key, I think Yang Yang needs to just drop down further so that Augusta's in her own tier. If I were to choose between these two units, this bitch is way better, way fucking better than this than this bitch. I think she just needs to go down to like tier 2, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I really just think that nobody even tries to play this dog shit unit in Whimpering Waves. Like, genuinely, she's so bad, I'm disgusted. I don't even want to try her anymore. Bro, her sub DPS could come out and I won't even play Whimpering Waste with them. Like, the Havoc Bane enabling sub DPS could come out and I still wouldn't even play it. Fuck this bitch. All right, what else? We got Chakota, Lupa. I feel like these two units alone, on their ungrouping ability, they're so detrimental to your clear that, like, they should be rated down because of it. With the HP inflation, right? Their attacks that ungroup enemies right now normally would have killed them. And so instead of dying, these enemies are now being sent backwards 400 feet, and then now they're just griefing the rest of your clear. That is what HP inflation has done to these sub DPS characters. Before, with their ultimate, they would one-shot these enemies, and now they're not, and the enemies are just getting blown away, and the clear's getting griefed. They were so much better than they used to be. Or they were so much better before than they are now because of that mechanic. Lupa is actually sort of unplayable now as a result, and it's kind of just... It's kind of just fucked up. I think we get what's going on. Mornier, she should be bumped up because Qingxiao is actually good. I'm sorry. Mornier, I believe, should now get bumped up because Qingxiao's actually good. If I'm getting 3.3k with the Mornier on the team, I think she should be a tier 0.5 Whiwa character. That's just what I think. And the rest of this stuff down here, I don't think Luke is that good. Cardathea is rough. Galbreda is rough because she wants to use Lupa, who ungroups. And then Cantarella is... The fact that Cantarella didn't drop with Frolova, I think is fair. I think Rosia could go up, though. I think a lot more people are going to be running the Rosia, Cantarella, Frolova team, and that one still consistently clears well. I don't think Rosia needs to be... I think Rosia's partnership with Frolova needs to be exemplified further. I think that Rosia needs to be like either... I think she needs to be like tier 2 or higher. Because running, right? Frolova, Rosia, Cantarella, I think a lot more people are doing it now. It's actually pretty good. And the rest of the lineups. So this is where, like, the Whiwa playability list ends. It's at tier 2, just like the TOA one. And you're going to realize, yeah, it's kind of right. For every unit below in here, you don't ever use them in Whiwa anymore. And I think that's just a good way to describe it. If the character is in niche character or below, they kind of just do not show up in the game mode. And I think that's fair for most people. Yeah, bro, I don't remember the last time I saw Zani with the HP inflation, bro. Bro, who's playing Zani and Whiwa? You are fucked. Like, good fucking luck, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think anyone's trying that anymore. All right. Now let's check out our review. The final bit. Qingxiao. Let's check it out. All right, pros. High single target damage output, up to par with the rest of the modern 3.x characters. 1,000,000%. Her single target damage is very good. Has the ability to chase down airborne enemies with relative ease. That's a very fair thing as well. Yeah, no, she is an airborne hunter, which is going to be really good for certain units like the Lampy Luminant stuff that you might be upset with. And now, easiest DPS rotation in the game's history. Just hold down left click for the majority of the time. The rotation practically completes itself. Yeah, she's kind of made for the disabled people, I will say that. She has one tricky thing in her kit, which is like timing her skill, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, yeah, you are just kind of holding down the left mouse button. Cons. One of the most restricted modern characters when it comes to team building. Needs either Denya or Mornier specifically, or Lene with a strong previous support. I would just recommend you go for Denya Mornier because you do not want to use her with Lene in Whiwa. Otherwise, will fall behind significantly compared to all modern DPS characters in the game. And that's where she really is a strategic... She's like a retrain of Luke. She's like a more expensive, more picky version of Luke. Which makes sense, because, like, he's a guy and she's a girl. You know what I mean? It's almost just like, yeah, it almost just makes sense that she's more expensive and more picky. Right? He works a lot better with budget options and budget teammates, but has a slightly lower ceiling. But I think his gameplay is more interesting, more fun, and more engaging. Well, she's kind of like a little boring as a bag of rocks after a couple of rotations, and she's really bad with free-to-play and budget options. Like, really fucking bad, to the point where you probably don't even want them on the teammate side. She's okay with EOG. And faces issues in multi-wave AoE content. Don't think so. I think based off of the gameplay that you saw over here, I don't think Prydwen tested her enough in Whiwa. Maybe with the strategy that I'm using, where you run a, like, I'm running a 4-4-1-1-1 build to ensure that I can't miss crits in the game mode, and that was the build that was butt fucking everything in that clear. You saw the errors that I made. You saw that I could have improved in a lot of areas by, like, dodging and stuff, and probably got to 3.3k in that run. And if a character can get 3.3k with a 1-2-3 rotation in their standard team in Whiwa, that is tier 0.5 minimum to me, and that is what we did with this character on the purple token. So yeah. Low sequence value compared to modern standards. Sequence nodes give lower increases than even Carlotta and Lucy across the board. Okay, so her sequence nodes are really fucking bad for some reason. So I'm going to trust the math guys over there. And here at Wuthering Waves, we try to deliver interactive gameplay experience to all players. She's got, I think in a lot of ways, some people can consider her gameplay some of the worst in the game. They're not technically wrong if they say that, because she's got a mix of, like, cinematics and stuff like that, but at least with Imith, you have, like, a button press with, like, your skill to do. Her rotation is, like, 90% her left mouse button. That's the issue, I think, with her kit. Her rotation is 90% the left mouse button. It's an alternation of basics and heavy attacks. That's stupid. That's stupid where 90% of the rotation, if you don't hold it down, you're clicking the left mouse button like 40 times. There's not even dodge cancels to do. It's just left mouse button. It's just the left mouse button 40 times. That's it. And it's either one button hold it down or one button press it 40 times. That's just goofy. You could have made her transformation move her resident skill. You could have made her transformation move, like, I don't know, her ultimate. There's so many different ways you could have, like, added a, like, refreshing button click into her kit, right? The skill, that's, like, imagine if Imith used her cutscene attack by doing a heavy.
Look, a laser sword.
Because that's what Qingxiao basically is. Imagine if Imith's enhanced skill was an enhanced heavy, and you just held down the basic attack button on Imith, and you did her entire cutscene rotation. That'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Right? That would be kind of goofy, wouldn't it, if that's how it worked? But that's how Qingxiao's kit works. And so I think a skill should have been used to, like, transform her. A skill should have been used for her nukes. I don't know why they're automated to heavy attacks, because it also makes her gameplay a little bit clunky as well, which can be rough too. So yeah, I think Prydwen's review is fair. There's actually been a little bit of, like, drama over here from some, like, goofy kids in the community. Pretty unprofessional for a guide website, especially with the last line. These types of things make you question their credibility. Stop being pussies. Yes, somebody put a joke into a gacha game build site. Oh no. Is this like a fucking legal document? Who is this retard anyway? Oh. Okay, never mind. No, this person's on the 13th reason why. All right, never mind. We don't need to draw any attention. I can tell this person's depressed. All right, so yeah, that's gonna be the Prydwen tier list review, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. Yeah, no, I know that person's depressed. Like, I could just tell. I could just tell. And are the jokes there? Yeah, no, the jokes are there in a bunch of places. I think they do them all the time. That ultimate animation will be a pro to some of you. They made a joke about them not liking feet. Imagine crashing out over this. Imagine crashing out over that. All right. What is this first time user sending me? Oh boy. Oh boy. Hope there's not anything suspicious in here. Just gonna go face check this. Oh, somebody did calculations. Oh, they're just calculations. Okay. All right. All right. Just fucking. I thought it was porn, but it's just a nerd and just as scary. How are these guys calculating this? I don't know. I feel like I don't trust these. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust these. This is saying that Luke Danyamordier deals more damage. Yeah, I don't think Luke does more damage, so maybe this is wrong. Yeah, maybe this is wrong. I think Hiyuki deals that little. I don't think Yang Yang deals 10% more damage than Hiyuki. I don't think Hiyuki Lucilla Soy Soy deals the same damage as Yang Yang Mortefi Soy Soy. Yeah, that's what this is saying. Hiyuki Lucilla Soy Soy deals the same damage as Yang Yang Mortefi Soy Soy. He's a known theory crafter in Spain. Maybe he should be unknown. Just saying. Maybe he should be unknown. Based off of these numbers. That I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one, brother. That seems really off base. That seems really off base. All right. Oh, quick question. Has our Enjoy GM chatbot been going off this time? Oh, has it not? Okay. Mods, can you pin the next message that comes out from the Enjoy GM chatbot? Yeah, and then also pin that message, or I'm going to pin it to YouTube as well. We will be doing our Enjoy GM giveaway very soon. I'm just kind of getting it like set up right now and also like uploading and stuff like that. I think we're going to combine it with a break too because I need to like pee. I think we'll like get the raffle going and then go on break. That's probably a high IQ move. But yeah, Enjoy GM has decided to, ladies and gentlemen, essentially sponsor every single character release by giving me some codes for their website. They've already been given out from the last giveaway. And so people just go in, they make an account. Fuck it, I'm just going to get it up on screen. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to get it up on screen. Hey, let's do it. I'm going to post that. I'm going to pin that over here, and I'm going to post it in YouTube as well. Chat is disabled for this live stream. Wait, why is it saying that? Saying that. All right. Pinning that right there. Is YouTube lagging? Oh, great. YouTube chat is fucking broken. Oh my dude, it's so broken. It's not even letting me pin messages. Dude, what is wrong with this application? It's like lagging in the weirdest way I've ever seen. All right. My message is now pinned. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yeah, that should be good enough. And it's also in the YouTube description too. We're perfect. Anyways, let me actually click my link myself. So, Enjoy GM has decided to sponsor every single one of the new character releases. And the great news is that it's extremely easy to participate in the giveaway that they're going to be doing for us as well. And sorry, let me just double check something. Let me just double check something real fast. Okay, perfect. Great. And now we got the little like logo and stuff over here. And let me go turn on the branding content and the paid promotion shit real fast. Yeah, let me go turn that on real fast. Sorry. Oh, okay. No, it was already on. So yeah, the great news is that once you go ahead, you go to the Enjoy GM website, and then you go ahead and paste in your code that you're going to be getting. All you need to do is first make an account. It's really easy to make one, and it's going to be this easy. I'm going to log out and show you guys how to sign up. You go in. This is what the fresh web page looks like. You go into login or sign up, and then you just click one of your emails. This is usually the way that I do it. I just click Google. I'm going to turn my screen off and do that. And then once you do, blah, 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 guess what, guys? You're logged in. That's it. It's just that simple. And for you to purchase something, all you need to do is select what you want, right? See the discount that you're getting, 50 cents on here, very nice. And then type in your UID and then your server. And guess what, guys? This ain't sensitive information. You actually know my UID and server. It's actually right here. It's been in all my videos. So this is like public information that you get as long as you like have added someone as a friend or something. Then you just put it in the server, put that in, and then purchase the goods. But this is the great news. We're having a giveaway. We're going to be giving out $5 codes. And what can you buy with that $5? Well, you can buy a bunch of stuff in this game, right? And one of the things over here is going to be a Lunite subscription, which probably most of you are going to be going for. And so, redeeming the code is this easy. You go to my account, right? Wait a second. Sorry. You go to my coupons. Don't even go to my account. Leaked email. Oh, no. Who could have guessed that one? I'm fucked! You go to my coupons. You go to my coupons, and then you just paste the coupon code that you're going to get in. Then you go back to the website, you go to the game that you want, and then you just purchase the goods. That's it. It's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. And so, Enjoy GM is going to be giving out 5 of these codes during this live stream today. And so, why don't we go ahead, get that giveaway started, get the timer running, and of course, get some of those codes out, brother man. Sorry, I'm just getting my bot ready to go. My bot ready to go with that giveaway. And then we'll get it started. But yeah, there might be times where me do maybe like 1 or 2, blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit. We might have like 2 surrounding a character release. Who knows? But yeah, I do believe the raffle is live. You can just type !raffle in my chat, and you should... wait, is that not working? Oh, no, it's working now. It was just lagging. Wait, is it only working on YouTube? Why is it only working on YouTube right now? Sorry. Let me go double check that, guys. I'm gonna cancel this giveaway real fast. What the fuck is going on? That's a little awkward. Are you not configured on Twitch, brother? Okay, I'm clicking CloudBot. Why are you on mod tools or module? What the fuck even is this? Wait, what? Dude, did this shit like break? Wait, what the hell even is this? Dude, I'm just trying to see how my Is Streamlabs not modded in my chat? Streamlabs is already a mod. Bro, what is wrong with these? Bro, what did they do? All right. I turned off and on CloudBot. Hopefully it should work now. Yeah, I turned that bitch on and off. All right. All right. Now, okay. Yeah, it was just that easy. It was just, I had to discipline that dumbass. Okay, they working now. Yeah, I just had to discipline CloudBot. But now it's good. All right, so, like we've been saying before, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Lunite Pass giveaway. It says 6 hours. I'm not going to make it take 6 hours. I'm going to go take a bathroom break now, and then by the time the timer hits, like, I don't know, like, when that looks like a 5 or a 4, we'll select, like, some winners, right? We good? All right. Good luck, guys. Lunite Pass giveaway sponsored by Enjoy GM. Thank you very much. Ooh. Ah. Alrighty. 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 We're still going? Oh, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people entering. All right. So, last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Entries are closed. Let's pick some winners now. We got 5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it going. What? Oh, okay. MFTMA on Twitch. All right, there we go. That's our first winner. We finally got a Twitcher this time. Yeah, it was all YouTubers last time. Then we got, oh, my mod. My mod on YouTube got one. There we go. All right. Well, you know who to DM for that one. That's the guy you're actually supposed to DM for the winners. So there you go. Another one, Nacho Fam. Nacho Fam on Twitch. And then Johnny Boy 139. Johnny Boy 139. And our last winner, Dream 007D. Dream 007D. But yeah, those are going to be our winners, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you for the sub as well. Unfortunately, that will not help you win this competition. Appreciate it, though. Yeah. So those are going to be the 5 winners. You're actually going to you're actually going to message Aramis. And that is going to be the individual to get your winnings from. So he's going to go DM himself. You know what's like going on over here. Yeah, awesome. Great. Great job, guys. All right, so that is going to be our Enjoy GM giveaway. And like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having one of these every single, every single character release. And so do make sure we've gone through the process of redeeming your code. Get it going over there, and then just go in. And then obviously, you'll be able to purchase any of the goods you're looking for. There's some additional coupons as well that you'll be able to access to. That should be able to give you some cool discounts on a bunch of things as well. So definitely make sure, even if you're not a winner, to utilize the Enjoy GM website just to give it a look, give it a check, especially when all you need, ladies and gentlemen, right? All you need, remember, is your UID. And this is also the great stuff, right? They got other games as well. They got other games as well. You can see the list over here. And if it just so happens that, like, hey, maybe you don't want to spend all Wuthering Waves on this patch, you might be able to spend it on other games too. Just something to keep in mind. It's a lot more flexible than you might think. So, yeah, once again, thank you to Enjoy GM over here for sponsoring this giveaway and sponsoring this stream. You'll be seeing a lot more of them in the future. But, yeah, that's going to be that one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's get back to looking at these fucked up calculations. Yeah, now let's go back to looking at these fucked up calculations, because holy moly. That was a little bit crazy, wasn't it? Is there anything else to even like look at over here, bro? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like these numbers are quite cooked. Yeah, I feel like these numbers are kind of cooked. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Jingran when? Okay, guys. I'm at a bit of an impasse. I could do the Jingran kit and everything today. I could do that today. But then, like, what are we going to do tomorrow? Like you kind of would rather we just do the whole 5-hour story tomorrow. I think this is what I would do. If I played the story tomorrow, I'd probably only play like one part of it. Like, I'd probably not play the whole thing. I feel like it'd be rough to play the whole fucking story if it's 5 hours long. No shot, it's 5 hours again. Check out the totally not broken S1. I don't think I care about NTE, bro.
Now this next showcase is absolutely insane, and it is an Awakening 1 Zonko with Awakening 5 activated, and you can see the notation A1 -5. Bam! Boss just got completely obliterated and one-shot by a single break. And this is a maximum break team build, which I personally don't recommend except for just showcase purposes.
Yeah, he said it's a showcase build, but that's interesting. Wait, was that just with one dupe? I guess that looked balanced. Yeah, that looked pretty balanced to me. All right. So I mean, yeah, we do have the Jingran kit and everything. We could just go ahead and take a look at it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I mean, I'll probably just upload it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably just upload it tomorrow. I've already got like 300 videos set up though. Why not? I got some extra time today. Why not? All right, let's get this bad boy going. Let's. Should I just open up the slideshow view? Should I just open up the slideshow view? Yeah, probably. Cool. Actually, let's put these ones up in front. All right. Very cool. And let's get this going. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the screen next to me, it appears that Kuro Games has done something that they're frequently going to be doing in a lot of story quests from here on out. And that is basically revealing the full details of the upcoming second half unit, well, on day 1 of the patch, because we've got Jingran over here. You can see his weapon, all the details and stuff like that on the side. And of course, the real meat of the discussion today, well, his kit. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a bit of a discussion over here about how his kit is going to work, how his kit is going to function a whole 20 goddamn days before his release. Because as it turns out, the mechanics that you're going to be seeing over here, the descriptions, all of that, this might be the true highlight character of the version, or potentially even the region, because Kuro kinda cooked with this one. And even though he's a dude, I think a lot of people can tell there was low-key a lot more work put into him than Qingxiao. And so we've got the full breakdown of every single goddamn ability in his whole kit. And as you can see, this shit is long as fuck. And all the sequence notes too. Yeah, I was making sure to use a tab for every single word because it's that goddamn long. And so naturally, there's a bunch of different places for us to begin. Oh, Google Slides is even lagging too because I'm doing too much of this stuff. And the best spot is actually going to be on... Well, just take a look over here. We got all of his abilities. You can see which one is highlighted. That's why this is nice. We're going to check it out on the Forte circuit first, because that's actually going to... It's going to explain a bunch of things. So, Jingran switches between the Yin Vessel and the Yang font states by using a special heavy attack. He's got 2 different versions of it, and he's in the Yang font state by default. Another thing to also keep in mind when it comes to this character is this whole key mechanic. That's essentially going to be his forte. You can see it down here, and you can see like the whole, oh, when he has 300 points, blah, 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 stuff moves. So focus on this part. Key, max 300 points. Using certain basic attacks, right? Certain dodge counters, his liberation abilities, they're all going to restore key. And Ki is basically going to be like this resource pool that he can use to do heavy attacks. And so that's why we're actually starting off with this thing first. You can call it Chi too. I don't fucking care. Chi, Ki, Bi, Ni, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? You got that going on. And so that's going to be the important thing to think about when it comes to his design. And so with that sort of set, let's go ahead and start taking a look at his basic attack, right? His normal attack over here, because that's going to have two different forms depending on his state. And remember, he switches forms with those heavy attacks that he gets at max Ki. So for his basic attack, Drink Soul. While he's in the Yin Vessel state, he performs up to 4 consecutive attacks. They all deal fusion damage. He's a fusion heavy attacker. And then the third and fourth hits, going to restore 50 Ki each. And the basic attacks will deal heavy attack damage. Then he's got Devil's Bane. While in the Yang Font state, he's also got 4 basic attacks, and they essentially function in the same exact way. You can see what's going on over here. They kind of just differ only by, like, the name over here. Then he's got his mid-air attack. It's just a simple plunge. And as you can see, it chains into the second stage of either of his attacks. Nothing too crazy going on over here. Now, though, he's also got a special dodge counter. One's like one where you can like hold the attack. The other is one that actually restores 100 points of chi, which I guess, or sorry, never mind. This is his dodge counter when he's in the Yin Vessel state. It's going to restore 100 points of chi and then change it to the fourth hit. And I think the other one's going to operate almost exactly the same. I guess the part over here that's a little bit annoying about his kit is that he just has 2 descriptions of every single attack, but they functionally seem to do almost the same exact thing. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen a difference between the two yet. And now we've got the Shadow Step mechanic. So this is how this one's going to work. While in combat and on the ground, press dodge with a directional input to use Shadow Step, which deals a fixed amount of fusion damage. I imagine this is the same as like Galbraina's dodge, where she just deals a fixed amount of damage when she dodges and has like a special animation for it. And you can see that Jingran's got something very similar going on right here. And now we've got some of the stuff, right? Some of the details. You can see the Shadow Step damage is not actually significant. That's 65 damage in a game where you're doing billions. And as you can see, guys, all of his scalings are attack. And that's the part that I feel like is really going to confuse some people, because he's an HP scaler, but then all of his scalings are actually attack. Kuro has learned, ladies and gentlemen, he converts HP into attack. And that's how his kit functions. He's a bit like Hu Tao from Genshin Impact. Gets a bunch of HP to scale it into attack. That means attack buffers will not be useless on him. Attack buffers are actually going to be pretty good. Mortefi, for example, actually buffs him pretty decently. So yeah, a lot of the issues probably that people might have had with this kit are likely being answered right now, and people are probably way more happy about how he's gonna pan out now compared to before. So there's a little confidence over here, right? Now let's go ahead. Take a look at his resonant skill. So basically, this is this. He's got 2 different versions. It's depending on which form he's in. I think they're almost exactly the same thing. We'll find out though. He's also got Cleansing and Purity. So, casting or using the Resonant skill grants Cleanse of Impurity for 4 seconds or until one of the following conditions is met. Switching to another Resonator, switching his form, or casting a special Enhanced Resonant skill. So let's see what that special Enhanced Resonant skill is, right? Netherworld Traverse. While in the Yin Vessel state with Cleanse of Purity, and remember, he gets it after using that. Press or hold a normal attack in midair to cast Netherworld Traverse, dealing fusion damage considered heavy attack. And this one's also going to restore 100 points of chi and then chain it to a basic. You can see he's already got a pretty dynamic moveset that's focused around generating as much chi as possible, using some of those big heavy attacks, and then generating more chi in the other form, and then using more of the big heavy attacks. Do you see what's going on? Because in the other form, he's got basically the same sort of ability. One's called Afterlife Sky, the other one's called Netherworld Traverse, but they seem to have the same mechanics and how they function. Is that fair? I think we all kind of get what's going on over here. And yeah, the damage between the two also appears to be pretty similar. Yeah, the motion values look actually almost exactly the same. So yeah, it's not like, oh, you want to use one over the other. You just want to be using both. So there you go. Basically, his kits just got 2 versions of every single ability. It looks a lot longer and more complex than it actually is. And I haven't noticed that one form seems to operate way differently than the other yet. I will point it out, though, if I do see it. So yeah, that's the Resonance skill. Looks pretty easy to understand for me. You cast it, and then you get a special buff that allows you to do a follow-up attack. Boom. And now we got the Forte circuit. And now we're back where we began. And obviously, right, switching between the two states is done when you use these enhanced heavy attacks. And how do you use them? When you have 300 points of chi. So yeah, once you have those 300 points, hold it to use heavy attack Soul Raid, dealing fusion damage. And after using Soul Raid, you switch to the other state. And then you chain into the second hit in the other stage's attack chain. Pretty clear? And then the opposite one does the exact opposite, where you start off in the Yang Font state, do the special attack, then switch to the Yin Vessel state. We looking good? Is anything complicated or like hard to understand in his kit so far? I don't think so. I think it's pretty vanilla baseline. Nothing's too crazy yet. And then, of course, we're going to be revisiting Chi again. You're just going to be seeing all the different attacks that are going to be restoring certain amounts of Chi. And I think, obviously, one of the biggest ones over here is that Soul Raid and Stardrome Meander with Wayfarer's Mark restore 200. You're probably going to see where Wayfarer's Mark and Fire of Life come up in some of these other resources down here. Notice, across basically everything prior to the Forte, we have never seen anything regarding Fire of Life or Wayfarer's Mark. That's probably all in his Liberation. So this stuff is just Chi. The special stuff is like over here on the side. So now let's check out Fire of Life. So this ability has a max of 100 points, and using his Liberation gives you 100 points. So it's basically just like a tick down bar, basically like the timer for his ult. All Fire of Life is cleared when Ying Huo ends. And while in Ying Huo, if Fire of Life is not at 0, casting Heavy Attack Soul Raid or Heavy Attack Stardrome Meander at 300 Chi consumes 25 points of it, and the damage multiplier is increased based on his max HP. Do you guys see why HP is important for him? HP basically makes his damage multiplier increase, and that's where his attack scaling comes in. So HP makes his attack multipliers go higher. Kind of confusing, but you get it at a baseline, right? The damage multiplier of these attacks is increased by, for every 1,000 points of Jingran's max HP over 25k, up to 25k of his max HP counts, so he has a cap of 50. You want to get to 50k HP on this guy for the max scaling effect, and then the rest of his stats go into attack, crit damage, crit rate, all that stuff. Is that clear? Does that make sense? Hopefully we good. All right. Now we got Nether to Light. And this is where stuff's going to get a little bit scary. And this is how you know this guy has a true dead stat in his kit. Jingran's defense is fixed at 0. Bro's gonna take some damage. Jingran gains incoming healing bonus based on max HP. And for every 1k points of HP, he gets increased healing bonus up to 310. He also gains a fusion damage bonus based on his max HP. Y'all see what's going on? He really likes HP, but all his scalings are attack. Lot of fusion damage, up to 75%. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. And then he got this at the bottom. Yang changes, Yin unites. For Jingran gains additional attack based on max HP. For every 1,000 points of max HP, he gains 36 additional attack, up to 1,800. This guy might have the most fun and interesting kit in the game. This looks like, just honestly, one of the most fun kits in the game, and just one of the most dynamic ones that I feel like anyone's ever seen. You're probably going to have fun trying to figure out what the fuck you're going to, like, build him with. Because I feel like that's going to be a journey, but it feels like it's going to be at least an interesting and engaging journey at a baseline. And so as you can see over here, all of his scalings are for attack. And you can see the additional scalings that he gets for every 1,000 max HP. So yeah, that's where that one is. Cool kit. And now we got his liberation. And that's where he goes sicko mode. Remember this. It can be cast in midair or on the ground and attack the target, dealing fusion damage that's heavy attack, and then gain the Fire of Life. We all remember that, right? And so he also gains following buffs. If his current HP is above 50% of max, reduce his current HP to 50%. Gain 200 points of Chi, gain 3 stacks of Wayfarer's Mark, and then enter the Yinghuo state for 15 seconds. And then Wayfarer's Mark, we all saw what he did before. Max 3 stacks, and then using any of his enhanced heavy attacks, restores 200 points to Chi and consumes a Wayfarer's Mark. So you basically have a 15-second time down to do his entire rotation. You just ult the second you come in. So basically, you're going to ult immediately when you come in on the character and lose 50% of your health. That is his play style. Ult, intro in, ult, and you're at 50% HP, and now you can go fight. However, you probably noticed something that's a little bit odd here. Where's the shielding? Because this guy has a set that he needs to generate a shield to gain his buff. Where's the shielding at? And that's where it is down here. Yinghuo. Oh, sorry. The shield is on his inherit. Sorry, I almost missed it. So dealing damage with heavy attack, Soul Raid, or heavy attack Star Door Meanders summons a Chime Wang Lang. That sounds racist. To attack the target, which deals fusion damage, considered heavy attack damage. This effect can be triggered once per attack. And so yeah, he just does a follow-up attack, basically. You basically get like a mini Jingran dragon. I think. Yeah, it doesn't deal that much damage, but it's mainly supposed to be like a follow-up attack, right? So, yeah, I knew it wasn't going to deal that much. It's kind of just cosmetic. Yeah, that's not that good. That's basically a coordinated attack, brother. So that's that. His Tomb Break is just going to be... He can chain it into the second stage of his basic attack in either form, but it's nothing too crazy. But now he's got some of his other abilities. This is going to be his intro skill. And so this one over here is going to attack the target and consume and convert all Ghost Shroud into equal stacks. Wait, what the fuck is this shit? Wait, Ghost Shroud has to be... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Ghost Shroud has to be on a separate ability. All right, here we go. So, Ghost Shroud is down here. Max 50 points. When Jingran gains a shield, he gains 1 point to Ghost Shroud. Awesome. Now, intro skill. Attack the target, dealing fusion damage. Consume and convert all Ghost Shroud into equal stacks of Fortune in Disguise. His intro also restores 100 points of Chi. And then he also can chain it to the second stage. Why is this thing so fucking long? All right, now you got Fortune in Disguise. Max 50 stacks. Each one gives him additional fusion damage. Huh? What the fuck? Okay, so he's got even a bigger damage bonus in here. I didn't know he needed another one. Okay, all right. Yeah, there you go. There's another one. So he gains up to, what is that? Up to 2.5% for each stack of Fortune in Disguise. Isn't that a lot? 2.5% times 50. Isn't that a lot? If there's 50 stacks? Surely he's not going to get 50 stacks, right? Let's see over here. All right. So yeah, he gets that from shielding. We haven't seen the shielding yet in his kit, though. Surely we'll find it, though. All right. Intro skill. Hark the Dust. That looks like a shield. Casting intro skill or resonance skill grants Earth Charm. For 15 seconds, if Jingran is the active resonator, gain an unstackable shield equal to 1.6% of max HP plus 700. The lasts for 5 seconds with dealing damage. This effect can be triggered once every 0.5 seconds. It will not be passed onto the incoming resonator. Well, Jingran is in his ult. If he is the active resonator, he gains an extra shield that lasts for 5 seconds. And this effect can be triggered as well. And that one is not going to be passed on. So does he basically generate 2 of them? Or is that is that shield simply bigger? I don't really know. Wait, this shield is smaller. Wait, so he gets a worse shield in Yinghuo state? Or does he get a bonus shield? Hopefully this shield doesn't replace the other one, but if it does, then yeah, it looks like he gets a worse shield. I don't really know. And now he's got this other inherent. Upon entering combat, if Jingran's Ghost Shroud is below 25, restore it to 25. And when nearby resonators in the team other than Jingran gain a shield, he gains 2 points of Ghost Shroud. Oh, I see. I see what's going on over here. So I think at a baseline, he might be able to get like 15 points of Ghost Shroud in his rotation. How many points can he even get to in his first rotation? I don't actually know. But this is the idea. If Yuno is on his team, or really anyone that generates a shield is on his team, he can enter the rotation with, I think, like 50 points of Ghost Shroud. Obviously, if you don't enter the rotation with 50 points of Ghost Shroud, you're not going to get it. Right? You're going to get 25 points minimum, so you're going to get at least 75% of his 100 whatever percent fusion damage bonus. So, yeah, some people are saying Brant and Chisa. Well, this is the thing, guys. Brant generates 1 shield. This is every time you generate a shield. So, Brant generates 1 shield across his whole rotation. Yuno is the guy that you want to be able to continually build it up. And so he's also got this, Fixation. Woo! Upon entering combat, Jingran gains Fixation. This effect can be triggered once every 4 seconds. Casting Outro skill, Rising Fortune, and Ebbing Evil grants Fixation. Okay. When nearby resonators of the team other than Jingran gain a shield, he gains 50 points of Ghost Shroud and removes it. Well, I guess if you have Brant that's 40 or 42, Brant alone would be able to get you to 42 points. Low key. Yeah, he would be able to get you to 42 points. And I guess this is the other weird thing. Guys, you can quick swap with Jingran to build up these Ghost Shroud stacks in a non-Yuno team. You can just swap to him while other animations are playing and build up his Ghost Shroud stacks, because he can build up his own. Can he build up his own without an intro skill? Ah! Yeah, he can. He can just skill. Wait, let me check out his skill again. Netherworld Traverse. Yeah, no, all he needs to cast is his first skill. Yeah, Encroaching Yin or Scorching Yang. Yeah, that's all. You would just need to. You just need to swap to and press skill. This guy seems really quick swappable. Yeah, this guy seems really quick swappable. You would quick swap with him to build his own stacks. Yuno obviously removes the need to quick swap to build his stacks, but this looks really doable to me. You need to be the active resonator. It would be annoying. Well, that's the thing. It's like, yeah. Does it get does that shit, does the Urge Charm get removed though? That's the real question. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No. Sorry, I gotta go address this one comment. I saw a post on Twitter calling you homophobic. What do you think about people calling you that? I saw a post on Twitter calling you a child predator. What do people think about, what do you think about people calling you that? Because we're both just saying wild shit without proof, right? Is that what we're doing? I thought two could play at that game. Yeah, we're both saying wild shit without proof. Two could play at that game, so why are you a child predator? Or what do you have to say about people calling you a child predator? If you don't type a message in 10 seconds, I'm going to permanently ban you. Okay, see you later. All right. All right. Easy. Easy. Anyways, that's not a comment that you would write as a first-time chatter in any person's chat unless you're looking to cause trouble. Just, like, Obviously, this is like somebody you don't know walking up to you on the street and asking, are you retarded? You wouldn't take that very positively, would you? Because the implication is that you're... Anyways, you get what I'm saying. That's the best way to respond to... That's the best way to respond to retards online. You make them feel even more retarded than they were before, which is a challenge, but then you can pat yourself on the back because you did the impossible. So that's going to be how Jingran works. Looks like he has some quick swap potential actually like built in there. Obviously, we'll have to see, but I don't see anything getting lost on swap. I see that he needs to be the active resonator, but that also means not lost on swap, which could be good. And now for his outro. 795%. That's a big nuke. But as you can see, 795% of his attack. And naturally on the side, you're going to be seeing some HP scalings on his kit. Obviously, you want that because HP fuels the rest of his stuff, and then crit rate nodes, which are going to be helpful. Because that's the breakdown of his kit. Now we got to take a look at his weapon, because obviously you saw how much you really want HP over here. So his weapon is going to feel really good for one particular reason, because you got so many scalings in there. And what does it have? Really low base attack, which is oddly enough, I don't know if that's actually what you want. And then 72% HP. And then this is the effect. Gain a 12% all attribute damage bonus. Been a while since we've seen one of those. That's kind of crazy. And using an intro skill or gaining a shield as the active character grants 1 stack of Nature's Order and Cradle of Life. This effect can be triggered via gaining a shield once every 0.5 seconds. Stacking up to 6 times. Basically, it's just play his fucking kit and you will stack this buff up. If you can't stack this up, you're doing something horrifyingly fucking wrong. And so, these are the different buffs that they have. Crit rate of heavy attack is increased by 12%. Casting heavy attack consumes up to 2 stacks of Cradle of Life. And for every 1 stack of Cradle of Life consumes, heavy attack ignores defense. Holy shit, this is kind of complicated. Okay, so he gains crit damage increased by 4% up to 24. When Nature's Order reaches 6 stacks, gain crit rate of 12% on heavy attacks. And then Cradle of Life, oh my god. Okay, and then Cradle of Life is just consumed, while the other one just builds up. I'm going to be honest, this thing is needlessly fucking complicated. Bro, it's got like a resource that builds up and gets consumed, but you're constantly building it up fucking anyways. So like, does it matter? Like, what does it matter to consume the Cradles of Life when you build them by gaining a shield? I truly don't really understand this one that much. Is it so Augusta can't use it? Because I guess it's so that Augusta... It's not like Augusta would want this shit anyways. It's got HP on it. So yeah, I think the main takeaway of this is this. It's going to be the only Broadblade in the game that gives this much HP and then also gives other stats that he wants. And the end result is, you really want this thing. Because this is my personal take. This might be an incredibly free-to-play friendly character as long as you can live with pulling him in his signature. I think he will destroy the game with 4-star and free teammates if you get his sig. I think you run him with Verita Mortefi and you will murder the game. And you will murder the game at a level that like maybe premium teams will be like closer to. And I think he's not going to have a lot of competition for his supports as well. I think he's going to use a Yuno and Shorekeeper. Non-sarcastically, his best in slot team is Yuno and Shorekeeper. And then I think you're good, bro. I think you're going crazy with that one, bro. I think he's going to be absolutely nuts with that. You can use Rebecca too instead of Mortefi. Fuck it, doesn't matter. He's got so many good free teammates. I think you just get him in his sig and you will, again, murder everything in the game. Plus, you can free farm for him already. So yeah, that's what the weapon list looking like over there. And as you can see, this kid is looking kind of wild so far. I think most people can agree this kid is looking kind of wild. And obviously, you can go 4-4-1-1-1. You can go 4-3-3-1-1 as well. Probably might prefer 4 because of those massive crit HP stats and you want to get to 50k. That's something to keep in mind. But now, though, we got a bit of a conversation. We got to take a look at his sequence notes. I'm going to keep this one a little bit short for now because obviously we don't even know how his kit functions. We can only really speculate about these. Let's take a look. So, his first one. The damage multipliers of his skills are increased by 80% and he gains interruption immunity. And so I don't think the damage multipliers on these abilities are that crazy in the first place. Maybe they are. I mean, it is Netherworld's Traverse. We could just check the damage multipliers right now. Maybe they are wild. Nah, it's just the interruption resistance. Nah, that's kind of fake. All right, what's S2 looking like over here? All right. Ooh, oh shit, I fucked up. Oh, there was multiple screenshots. Oh, I messed up with the sequence nodes. Oh, I messed up with the sequence nodes. Oh, did you delete? Okay, so editor, why did you delete all the fucking past photos? Like, wait, why did you delete them? You like posted them and then delete. Why did you delete them all? Oh my fucking, why would you delete them all? Bro, what was the point? Alright, anyways, just send me the, hey, just send me the sequence nodes, it's fine. Just, okay, he deleted them all because he still had them. Okay, it's fine. He deleted them all because he still had them. I thought he deleted like all of them out of nowhere. No, he still got them. He still got them. Alright. Anyways. That's the first one. Nothing too crazy over here. It's not gonna be like a big old damage increase. Oh, perfect. All right. I need sequence node 2, brother. Oh, here we go. Awesome. All right. Hey, that was the complicated part. Okay. That looks like number 3. That looks like part of number 3. Oh, I didn't realize some of these nodes were long as hell. That's why my shit was a little bit off. And so when Jingran casts heavy attack, and then we got, ooh, wait a second. That's the first part. That's 5. Ah, here we go. Second part of 3. That 4 is short, 5 is short, and then 6 is a little bit long. Okay, 6 is like 3 pages long. Holy fuck. And boom. Okay. So there's a lot more pages to the nodes than we thought. Let's pick it back up. All right. So sequence node number 2. Let's take a lookie. Damage multipliers of heavy attack, soul raid, and Stardome Meander are increased by 46%. And while in the Yinghuo state, remember, these are the attacks that get buffed by his HP. Soul Raid and Stardome Meander are the ones that get buffed by his HP. So keep that in mind. And while in the Yinghuo state, the damage multiplier increase effective fire life on heavy is increased by 46%. Yo, his S2 might be broken. This is basically increasing the effectiveness of his HP scaling on his strongest attacks while also increasing their damage multiplier. Yeah, that's a lot. The second part is going to be, okay, upon entering combat, he gains the following effects triggered every 4 seconds. Gain 300 points of chi and Netherworld's boon? Wait. That just constantly, he gains 300, he just gains a full forte bar every 3 seconds? Or every 4 seconds without doing anything? At the start, once per battle. Ah, okay. It doesn't refresh every 4 seconds. He has to be out of combat for 4 seconds. That's horrible wording. That is horrifying wording. That makes it seem like this occurs every 4 seconds, when no, it's when he's out of combat for 4 seconds, he starts off with the whole thing. Oh my god. Netherworld's boon. Casting. Heavy attack soul raid or heavy attack meander restores 25 points of his resident's energy and gains 180 What? Okay, yeah, this seems like a really good... What is this S2? It seems like it's strong, right? It's... this is why I'm saying we obviously gotta wait until we see it in game, but this seems strong. Man, they really try to get those 11 D space players. They made him look super gay too, and even shaved his gay armpits as well. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is not like, I've been telling people this, but like, if you see dudes posted up IRL that look like this, it's a little weird. Like if you just be seeing dudes that be shaving their whole pits like this IRL, it's weird, bro. They look weird, bro. It looks weird, but I don't like it. Like, you gotta... I mean, he's fusion, so he probably just burns it off. You know what I mean? I guess it sort of makes sense. Anyways, S3. And this is supposed to be the big one, right? When Jingran casts Heavy Attack Soul Raider, Heavy Attack Stardo Meander, gain 5 points of Ghost Shroud. Ooh, that really helps for his Ghost Shroud buildup. Probably removes all his reliance on other characters. When Jingran casts his Liberation, Yang changes, Yin unites, is replaced with Yin Yang Overflow. What does that do? He gains additional attack based on max HP. Okay. So, instead of an 1800 cap, it's a 2500 cap. So this S3 adds 700 attack to your character. That seems like a lot for an S3 to just slap 700 raw motion, like raw attack, just like seven. What the fuck? That's kind of a lot, right? Just 700 attack? Because I think it was 1800 before, or was it 1600? I gotta double check. How big is that attack increase boost? What is that looking like? It goes from 1800 to 20. Yeah, it is 700. Yeah, you just get 700 fucking attack. Why did I even doubt myself? My memory's so good. Now, that looked a little bit retardedly broken. Now let's see what S4 looks like. It should probably tone it down. When Resonator's the team gain a shield, gain 20% all attribute damage bonus for 30 seconds. Yeah, that's actually better than 20% attack, so yeah, that's good. And now we got Secret Snow 5. When Jingran takes a fatal blow... Okay, he just doesn't die. Whatever. As favors and feuds fade, new stories await. S6, the big one. Targets take 40% more heavy attack damage from Jingran. The damage multiplier of Chimei Wang Lang is increased by 80%. That thing has like a 90% multiplier, so that's like cosmetic. It's not really real. However, upon entering the Yinghuo state, he gains the Parade of 1,000 Souls. That sounds kind of badass. Effect for 15 seconds. During this effect, if he is the active resonator in the team, Jingran summons Chimei Wang Lang to attack the target, dealing fusion damage considered heavy attack. Chimei Wang Lang can be summoned this way at an interval of 1 second for up to 8 times. This seems no different than his regular kit. And the available summon charges of Chimei Wang Lang... Bro, this just sounds racist. I'm sorry. Reset when either of the following conditions is met. Oh, okay. Cast his Liberation. Wait a second. Okay, cast his Liberation. It ends or is removed. What the fuck is this? I don't even... What is this shit? Is this bugged? Oh! This causes the racist cat thing to attack on any attack. I see. So it makes the cat do a coordinated attack on every single one of his hits. Versus the baseline Liberation, which only summons the racist cat, like, when he deals damage with his enhanced heavy attacks. So, it basically... You weren't doing that many of these before. But now it's going to summon the cat on every single attack he does. So, like, the cat, he's just going to, like, do an attack, and the cat's going to come out, like, 5 times. Bro, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm offending somebody when I say this shit. Can they should have given it, like, a different name, bro. Like, I feel weird saying Chimei Wang Lang. Bro, that just sounds offensive. Bro, I'm non-sarcastically, I'm just out here saying Chimei Wang Lang. Kaoma! So, yeah, that's the Jingran kit, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. Sorry, that was a fake ending to the video over there. I just thought it'd be funny. Anyways, to give my final review on this unit, I think a lot of people are probably going to come to the same conclusion that I have. This kit is simply just badass. And you can tell that there was like a lot of like balancing, rigging, like back and forth, blah, 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 all of that to get it going. And it's probably one of the most, if not the most interesting kit we've gotten in like years. To the point where I feel like pulling this guy is like a civic duty you have to do as a player just to see more interesting mechanics like this in the character designs. It's great to see a design, a unit, HP scaling and stuff done like in this fashion where older units are usable. It looks like he has a bunch of like free-to-play options, that sort of stuff. And his kit is just so much more interesting at a baseline than the flagship character of the patch, right? The Qingxiao. Because this unit kind of just feels like Luke with less complexity, with less button presses. And so to me, it's like, this is like a reskin of a male character that got introduced to the game. This guy is one of the most original designs I think we've seen from these developers. He's truly the flagship, I think, unit. But because he's a male, I think this is why he just took the back seat. But I think you guys can like really tell when you look at things like the weapon visuals, all of that. This thing changes colors depending on his like yin-yang vessel form shit, whatever the fuck he has going on, right? Bro, what weapon fucking switches colors with the character's kit? Bro, this bitch, she got like, bro, all her weapons just look like her weapon. Bro, she just got the sword? Who cares about the sword? She already got fucking 30 of them right here. It's the same fucking photo, bro. It's the same sword she has in there. Boring. Boring. This guy has more swords with 1 than she has with 70. Isn't that crazy? He has more swords than she does. She all got the same fucking sword. And then I see the kit. I see the scalings. I see all of that. It seems like they've learned a bunch of the lessons from Cardathia's release in balancing this design. And they simply just made it so that the character does feel weapon reliant, which is fair. But this guy looks like he has some of the widest teammate options I think I've ever seen in the history of the game. Yang. Sorry, not Yang. Rebecca. Shorekeeper. Verena, fuck it. Boo Ling as well for negative statuses, bro, if you ever do need them. Fuck it. Like what else? You got, you also got like Augusta for some autistic dual DPS quick swap tees with Augusta because she'll build up his shield for some fucking reason. Like you got an Augusta quick swap team that you could like try with him if you wanted. And that would be pretty sweet too. I think he's a wonderful release. I think people are going to have way more fun with him than basically any of the characters that we've gotten, maybe in like the past like 2 or 3 versions. Maybe he rivals Hiyuki. But this is like what this guy is looking like for me. And I highly recommend, like, I feel like most people would just want to pull him based off his kit alone. But we'll find out. So yeah, this is the true ending of the video. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. All right. Jingran vid, try to weave in sponsor. All right. So, yeah, perfect. But I do think that's probably going to be our last little bit of content for today. I don't want to like I don't want to be going too crazy because there's not much stuff left, guys. And if I do all the content, then there's no content. Because all we have left is the story and the hologram. That I've got 2 things left. And 2 days left. So hey, we tried. All right. How is the space looking like right now? What do we got? What do we got going on over here? What do we got going on over here? Ooh. Oh. We are fucked, guys. We are fucked. It is not looking good. Bro, it is not looking good right now. This shit is cooked. Bro, we got random e-girls We got random e-girls playing Wuwa right now. Bro, who are these people? Who are these people? I have never seen them before. Hashtag ad. Well, I need to see. Is it hashtag ad? Oh, I see what's going on. I think she's front paging right now. Yeah. I think she's front paging.
Oh,
Oh, I'm getting spoiled. Nah. I think that was hashtag ad, right? Was that what hashtag ad? Guys, that's also the boss that you killed 4,000 times to go far for Qingxiao's mats. Just so you know, that's the boss you killed 4,000 times to go far for Qingxiao's mats. I don't think anything was really spoiled there. Yeah, I don't think anything was spoiled there. It is ad? Okay. All right. So, yeah, this update is fucked. Yeah, this update is like already dead. Yeah. All I know is, yeah, they're probably the C team is probably working on the game right now. Yeah, the C team is probably working on the game right now. 3.7 will save it. All right, dude. Like I don't even know what's going on here, man. This is just looking rough. This is 100, bro. Do I even play, bro? Should I even play the story? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't even look. It doesn't even look like I should play the story. Looks like a mistake to me, brother. Looks like a mistake to me. Anyways, honestly, just go. You know what? I'm gonna raid the Wuwa category. I'm gonna leave this on the screen and then end my stream. And then you guys go support somebody in here because I don't know any of these motherfuckers.